The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
Ah!
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers,
You pig! Stop! Damn it!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport!
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Mania Week Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. This sports program starts now.
Sports!
Are wonderful. Sports are the greatest thing on earth. Sports are what bring the entire world together. If you're a person who has never shot a basketball in your entire life, you can turn on an Elite Eight women's college basketball game and be electrified for 4 straight quarters, just like we saw last night. Now, I didn't get a chance to watch the Iowa-LSU game live because I was in Brooklyn for Monday Night Raw, and you should have seen what the final boss in Roman Reigns did to Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. It was out of control, but on the plane ride back, and then again early this morning, I watched that game twice. Now, late night, maybe half asleep, but he couldn't help but notice that God damn, what we're watching here is spectacular. One answer after another. Caitlin Clark with this revenge-like attitude that she says is not a revenge-like attitude. She's just staying in the current moment. Battling against a team that beat her in the national championship last year. Against a player that was in her face saying, "You can't see me." Put the ring right in her mouth. All offseason, all Caitlin Clark and this Iowa Hawkeyes team had to do was watch LSU take a victory lap. They were at the ESPYs. They were at Disney upfronts. They were in commercials. They were on the internet. They were in Sports Illustrated. They were everywhere. And all the ladies in Iowa could do is watch and think back about what could have been. And last night in the Elite Eight, they had a chance to get over the monster that sent them to a nightmare last year. In doing so, Caitlin Clark dropped to 41 points and 12-7 in a historic evening that'll be talked about as not only a coming out party for Caitlin Clark, because she's already been somebody that the world knows, but a staple and a stamp on an absolutely iconic college career for a lady who has every single record that is possible. This woman is going to go down as maybe the cleanest shooter in the history of basketball. Now, Steph Curry, Reggie Miller, Larry Bird, a lot of great basketball shooters. What Caitlin Clark did last night was phenomenal. We will talk to her coach, who's on a bus currently en route to the airport to travel to, I believe, the Final Four, Coach Lisa Bluder, in about 8 minutes or so.
Nice.
I can't wait to talk to her about the environment, the atmosphere, what she took away from the national championship last year, what she took into this year, what was the messaging to the team beforehand, and where do we look now as UConn in Paige Buckets sits on deck in a national championship hunt for everybody that was supposed to show up in the women's tournament has. What a magnificent March Madness the women have put together back-to-back years. Now, let's not get it twisted, okay? Let's not get it twisted. The NIT semifinals are tonight.
That's huge game. That's right.
Okay? Indiana State's taking on the Utes. And we got a lot of love for the Utes. Utah is a great state.
Great.
The University of Utah is fantastic. The people were nice. Their head football coach showed up on a Harley to our program. But all I know is that guy on the far side over there, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Rob Wave, Rob Avila, he's about to go bananas tonight. Here in Indiana as the host of the NIT semifinal. Basketball is carrying the day. We'll have Charania join us in the second hour. Dahn Orlovsky will join us at about 12:35, 12:40. He offended the entire hockey community last night.
Big time.
In an effort to compliment Caitlin Clark, he said that she's Wayne Gretzky, and she's certainly on her way to potentially being the Wayne Gretzky of women's basketball and WNBA. But Wayne Gretzky had like 10 straight years where he just led the NHL in like everything. And that was how he started a career. And then if you were to take away his goals, he would still have the most points in history. You're talking about just like, like nobody would tweet Caitlin Clark as Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
That even though Caitlin Clark could potentially become the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, Dahn Orlovsky just throwing out Wayne Gretzky, the hockey community was like, we get what you're doing, but
Stop.
Come on.
A little disrespectful.
And then Mitt jumps on board and he's like, Caitlin Clark's actually dealing her. And then NASCAR community is like, well,
I hope not.
she's on her way. She might be on her way. We have no idea. So, everybody's excited about how great Caitlin Clark is playing. Everybody's excited about this women's tournament. But some people said what Dan Orlovsky said offended an entire community of Hockey's fans. So we'll have him on, talk about it, probably make fun of him for it. But I can't wait to hear why he said what he had to say. It's going to be a fantastic chatter. And you bring on Dan Orlovsky, and that's just another UConn alum.
Yeah.
Because joining us, ladies and gentlemen, a man who reminded me right before we went live, hey, if Paige Buckets is healthy, they've always made it to the Final Four. UConn has made it 15 of the last 16 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Caitlin Clark's a fun story, this guy's.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, NFL vet stud Darius Butler. Paige Buckets, I learned last night on the flight back from Brooklyn. Coming out of high school, she was the one.
Oh, yeah.
Paige Buckets was the one.
Yeah.
Got hurt a couple times, I guess 2 years, missed 2 years. Caitlin Clark obviously comes in, takes over the world. So you got a lot of potential, and last night against USC, she did everything. I'm actually the one everybody's supposed to be talking about. So we got a great matchup. But how about UConn? Men and women in the Final Four. Feels like UConn is a school that has been able to do this in the past. But you guys are a full-blown basketball school because your football team sucks so bad.
Relax on that part. It's March Madness time. We'll stick to basketball, stay there.
Right.
04 when I committed there. Men, women's, won it, had it up in stores. 10 years later, 2014, men's, women, won it again. And now we're back in it, back in the dance.
2024.
2024.
10 more years.
I mean, you come to your own conclusions, but it'll be a great battle. Like you said, Paige was kind of like the Caitlin Clark, before Caitlin Clark. When she came out, she had that hype, as a prospect. Coming into UConn, even though you had all the greats, Lobo, Taurasi, Bird, Maya Moore, Bree Stewart, she was still pegged at, okay, she could be better than all these ladies. So it's glad to see her back healthy. But it should be a great battle. This whole Final Four, even NC State, they got the men's and women there too, which is incredible. But to see the entire internet, the entire sports world talking about, women's basketball on that stage.
Acknowledging.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were acknowledging.
It was incredible. Incredible to watch.
Because as we're in the middle of Raw, we go to commercial break. I looked down on my phone, and I'm getting updates from the boys about what's going on there. Caitlin Clark's going crazy right now. Angel Reese fouled out, they said. She's out of the game. Oh, it's wrapped it up. They're up 12, about 1:10 left. Feels like Iowa might get the win. But, hey, I was not going to rest on their yawnies.
No,
they finished that game out. And congrats to the LSU team. Hey, congrats to the LSU team. I didn't know the amount of shit that was being sent to Angel Reese until that post-game press conference.
Yeah, very.
I would say Angel Reese was being a heel character, though, for a long time in the public eye. And Flo J told us that, we didn't know Angel. You're right. I wish we would get to know Angel. I think we will have an opportunity to do as such. But then you start thinking about the things that were probably said to her and the way everything kind of went, especially in competition.
Yeah.
We hope you find happiness, and we appreciate that LSU team. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is the head coach of the Albany Regional Champs. Back-to-back-to-back Big Ten champs. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, Coach Lisa Bluder.
Yeah, Coach!
We did it! We did it! We did it! You're muted. Coach, we can't hear a word you're saying, Coach. We can't hear a word you're saying. You look great. You look happy.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah! We heard you, Coach. We heard you, Coach. How you doing?
You called it.
How are you?
Hey, I got a little travel buddy here with me.
Is that a trophy?
We're on the bus, but I got a little travel buddy.
I like that. We got the net. We got the trophy. Congratulations. Congrats on another Final Four appearance. Coach, you're en route right now to the airport on the bus. We understand the service might be questionable. We hope you can hear us. If you can, go ahead and give your answers, however. And if you disappear, we'll call you back. Coach, obviously, rematch of the national championship. Last year, they got you. This year, you're able to get the win. After the game, Caitlin Clark talked about being in the moment, be where your feet are. We're only worried about right now. We weren't worried about last year. Did you bring up last year at all? How did you handle it all? And what was your message going in, Coach?
We really didn't. We, thought last year that was a different team. They were a different team. We're a different team, different time. Why bring up last year? And so we really didn't. We said this is not a rivalry between two schools. This is a competition against the University of Iowa's going to be our best, and that's what we really tried to focus on.
Well, it feels like it worked out. At what point last night do you say, okay, we're humming right now. We're playing great basketball? Was there a moment? Did you feel that Caitlin in warm-ups maybe was about to have a historic night? Is there any of those feelings, or are you just focused in on the moment?
pretty focused in. But honestly, when she came out in the second half, the beginning of that third quarter, she nailed that first distance three. I thought, oh, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. But no, you know, like you said, we don't say win until that last second takes off.
How did it feel in the locker room afterwards? You know, obviously we're focused on now. There's a lot of pressure to win a national championship, but you got to enjoy these moments, right? Have to.
Oh, yeah, we definitely are enjoying the moment. We celebrated in the locker room, but I tell you, those players were pretty tired. They were exhausted after that game. They gave so much mentally to that game, just being locked in the whole time. So it was a little bit more subdued than I thought it would be, but I think they're not finished. It's like, this isn't the end goal. Let's keep going.
I love that. Love to hear how focused you are. Where are you guys headed right now with the net and the trophy?
Yeah, we're heading to the airport. We just left the hotel. Got a little police escort, if you can see it right there. Yeah.
Big time.
Taking us to the airport, and we're on our way to Cleveland. We'll get there in about an hour. It's not very far from here, so it'll be nice. Going to do a team dinner tonight and then get ready for practice tomorrow.
Okay, so we got practice. We're in Cleveland. When's the next game? I should know this, obviously. When do we play next?
Friday.
Oh, yeah. Earn the hat. All right, we need a T-shirt, too, if anybody's got it. You know, you made me take my shirt off in Iowa. Go ahead.
I did. I'm not taking my shirt off, but hey.
Smart.
You know, I didn't even get a shirt, so we got to find one for you.
No, Coach, we got to get you a shirt. Ty has a question for you, a man who's enjoying all this, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Incredibly proud to be a member of the state of Iowa, an alumni of the university. So congratulations. But Coach, obviously you guys want to play very fast and get up and down the court, but in that second quarter, really the entire first half, the pace was just so frenetic. I think it might have been like the craziest pace I've ever seen in a basketball game. How difficult was it to kind of pull the reins back a little bit and not play too fast? And then at the end, make sure hey, we kind of still need to put our foot on their throats here and play to win and not just kind of hold on to the lead and play not to lose.
Yeah, we play fast, and that's our style. We love to do that. And so we feel like, we might have a couple more turnovers because we play so fast, but we feel like it's going to wear the defense down. And absolutely by the fourth quarter, we're going to have the advantage because we play like that every single game. And maybe you don't. Maybe you only played like that once in a while. So, at the end of the game, we wanted to use a little bit of the clock for sure. But I think our team is so smart about, we're not letting up. We're not going to get passive. We're not going to wait till 5 seconds and heave up a bad shot. I think our team's pretty good at understanding clock management.
Yeah, and you're talking about being conditioned and everything like that, running full speed. It feels like at any given moment, Caitlin can drop a full court pass to somebody as well. It's a track meet. It's literally a track meet, it feels like.
She's so good at those passes. Everybody talks about the logo threes. Her vision in the full court is second to none. She sees things before they happen. I swear she does. But yeah, some of her full court passes, whether it's to Kate or whether it's to Hannah, whether it's to Sid, she had some beautiful passes this past week, and I know it's going to keep going. And to see her live, to see do these things live is something special.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say you don't have to listen to any negativity here. Potentially only 2 more games as Caitlin Clark is an Iowa Hawk. Potentially only 2 more games, okay? Do you feel like conditioning is something that you focus more in on maybe than other teams? Is that because you got to be able to run?
I think it's just a byproduct of how we play. I think our team is in great shape because of that, because they're willing to play like that tempo and that kind of frantic speed all the time. We're used to it, and I think byproduct is we're in pretty good shape because of it.
Hell yeah, it's fun to watch. It is a fun game to watch whenever you guys are must-watch television. Speaking of must-watch television, hey, Paige Buckets over there in UConn, right? Obviously, the storyline is building right now. Paige coming out of high school, okay? Caitlin, I guess UConn never even took a look. No. So now there's a storyline kind of building. When you play against a player like Paige in a team like UConn, what are your thoughts and how do you prepare for them? Are you changing up your stuff for them or are you just playing your basketball?
We're just going to play our basketball. Yes, we're going to be prepared for them, know what they like to do best. I have not even started. I said I'm giving myself 20 hours to enjoy last night's victory, And then I'll move on in about a half an hour I got left. I got 30 minutes. I'm wasting it with you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we can start. We can party if you want. I didn't know we were part of a celebration still right now. I can do those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll get ready for UConn. But a great program, obviously. They're so used to being there at the Final Four, national championship type games. They're so used to that. They've done it so many times. Maybe it'll be boring to them and they won't prepare as well.
Smart. I mean, that could be the case. UConn alum Darius Butler has a question for you.
Speaking about preparation, and congratulations, obviously, making it back-to-back Final Fours. But now, this year around, now that you've been there before, you've been to the Natty, is there anything you're doing differently preparation-wise with the team, travel-wise, practice-wise, anything different going into this next game?
Yeah, there really is. I learned from last year just how much extra things there are surrounding the actual games itself, whether it's media, whether it's going to open practices, whether it's having just all these events that we have to go to, and a lot of them are really fun that we get to go and support Caitlin as she reaps in a whole nother award banquet circuit that we're going to go into. But we really have to be cautious about extra things that we do. And I think last year we just did a few too many of those things, and we're going to cut it back this year.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
Nice.
Now we know. Okay, they're here for us. We're not here for them. That's a good mentality. I appreciate that a lot. Conman's got a question for you about mentality.
Yeah, Coach. One of the stars that was in the crowd last night, former superstar coach of AFC Richmond, Ted Lasso, was there supporting the team. Did you get to talk to him at all? Was there any pregame antics that maybe he gave you to hype the girls up a little more, or was he more just there as a spectator to do this in everyone's face?
He was there as a spectator, but he came on the floor. We got a picture with him in the final in the Albany Championship trophy here. That's
Coach, Coach, you got to know the name of that thing. You got to know the name.
I know you caught me, man. But believe, right? I mean, you got to believe. Ted Lasso's in the house. Believe.
Packed houses everywhere you go. Is this something that you're enjoying? Your team is enjoying? Are you trying to enjoy the entire process here?
We are absolutely enjoying every minute of it. You work your whole life to get to this point. And so we're here and we're loving it. We're enjoying it. We're going to make it last as long as we can.
All right, Coach. Safe travels. Big storms in Ohio. Legit. Real talk. Yeah. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. You got 25 minutes left on your celebration here, but hey.
I know. I'm watching my clock here.
Good luck, Coach. We appreciate you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Congrats, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Lisa Bluder. Okay, we are changing some things up.
Smart?
Yeah. Whenever people would ask them to go to stuff, they probably felt obligated to do it. Okay, like, we're here. This is our obligation to do this. We are representing women's basketball here. This year, it's like, we don't have to do that. We're representing women's basketball on court.
Yes.
We're putting up higher ratings than anybody in history. I bet you that LSU-Iowa game from last night's ratings are about to be absurd. They're talking about this tournament's numbers being absurd. That'll come in later this afternoon. Now, what are the ratings? Nobody knows at this stage of streaming. And who is a black box? What is that even? Right. What does that even mean?
It's up and to the right, though.
Everybody's up and to the right. It's awesome. I don't know how it works, but I do love it for sports. But the team it's a fantastic watch.
It is.
To your point. And I like what she said. Like, yeah, you might be able to do it for like a quarter what we're doing, but we got you 4 quarters, the entire court, and they take them in the deep end, and it's like that. It is electrifying to watch them play basketball.
Yeah, I mean, and that is kind of like I don't want to say the downfall or the Achilles heel, but like they do, because they play so fast, they will turn it over every once in a while. So like they'll get on 10-0 runs and kind of pad a lead, and then they'll let teams come back a little bit because they don't necessarily slow it down and try to just play like a half-court game. But it's very, very difficult for opposing teams to play like that the entire game. And then again, like we see you can come up with all the superlatives you want for Caitlin Clark, and we've heard them all year, but like she just continues to surpass what she, like last night they really, because as like an Iowa fan, you were worried about that a little bit because they were favorites, but obviously, everything with LSU's size and their physicality and all that kind of stuff. But you could tell from the opening tip, like she hits a 3 on the first possession. It's like, okay, she's going to dominate this game tonight, and she knows she needs to. And for her to have arguably one of the best performances of her career on the biggest stage, like it just speaks volumes to how much of a competitor is and how good she is at basketball.
What do they call it? Personality profiles, where they start to guess who a person is, like in mysteries and like, isn't that what they call personality profiles?
Right. Yeah.
From judging Caitlin Clark's personality profile, from what we know of her, last night she was going to go bananas.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? Because of what happened in the national championship. From this whole thing, from this thing, from the, can we call her great? She doesn't have a championship stuff.
Yeah.
Like the human that we have come to know, and now granted, she was on SVP last night, Scott Van Pelt with Stanford Steve, and gave an incredible interview. But from everything that we've been told, from both our traveling to Iowa before this tournament tipped off, and then people that know her a little bit, and if you watch her, it's like, oh, she's a savage. Like she is.
Absolute
she's
dog.
Peyton Manning. She's Tom Brady. She's Serena Williams. She is Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah,
whenever it comes to mentality up at the top of this entire thing, where it's like, oh, is that right? Like that is the thing that drives that particular type of human. And there's not a lot of them. In all sports, there's not a lot of these people that exist. But that's why whenever situations arise where teammates laying on the ground, and she doesn't help her up. She gets the ball and she's going down the field. And I think the way it's phrased by one particular Twitter account, she just wanted the ball so she could go chuck up more shots. It's like, I don't even know if she knew that person was even on the ground. Like, there's a chance that she is just a complete
tunnel vision
rope zombie alien on that. And that's what it feels like. So if you think about everything that took place last year after that game where they lost, and then that girl, Van Lith, sorry about it.
It's a bad spot.
I mean, you're having a nightmare. Caitlin Clark step back.
Nothing you can do.
And then obviously with the, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? That's all over
X
the
was
internet.
tough on her last night.
Yeah, everywhere. I mean, forever, for a long time.
Not all of it.
I do believe whenever she was at, when she was at Louisville last year too, there was a similar outcome against Caitlin Clark. So it's just like, Kim Mulkey knows, Haley knows, everybody knows. Like, Caitlin's just different, but I think you put any human guard in her last night in that particular game. I think Caitlin's going to do that. Now, can she carry that, knowing that the championship is what's going to get hung over her head? Can she carry that, knowing? And I guess this week it could be the Page buckets, and UConn never wanted me.
Yeah, that was a dream.
UConn never wanted me.
They wanted her,
Gino
not
never
me.
showed up.
I wanted to go there. Gino says, nah, you're not good enough. Now, then in the finals, it's like, okay, now you got the South Carolina team probably.
Well, they have the opposite because Iowa's the last team to beat them. So it's kind of like,
There's storylines and grudge and chips on shoulders for both these games that we have left here. And I think the women's tournament's going to continue to do what the women's tournament has done the last 2 years, and that's deliver.
For sure.
It has delivered. If you're a sports fan, they have shown up for us.
Yeah.
So thank you to the women's March Madness. Legit.
Paige Buckets and Caitlin Clark, you could absolutely make the argument, men or women's, that is the best matchup left in college basketball. Like that entire storyline that we were just talking about, obviously, Paige Buckets being the girl coming out of high school, Caitlin Clark not being the UConn girl. But to Ty's point, like, I'm sure South Carolina's been thinking about Iowa the way Iowa was thinking about LSU for that entire last year.
And they're flying under the radar. Like South Carolina, I think South Carolina, they're the fourth
Couple
team.
real close games.
Almost got
Fourth team ever to make it to the Final Four undefeated. And I'm sure 2 or 3 of them probably UConn. But
did it
they're
last
flying.
year, too.
All we're talking about is, Paige and Caitlin. So I'm sure, Dahn Staley is definitely, stacking those chips on her undefeated squad as well. But it's one thing on the court, and you saw X, kind of be taken over by the women's game. But obviously great performances, but then the personalities that we're getting too. Obviously, Angel Reese and Flaugier and what's been going on.
Hey, you were a heel.
Yeah, but
you were being a heel.
Caitlin was kind of a heel too. Like Caitlin, big shit talker. And people, is it going too far? And now she's kind of a babyface kind of this year, but at the same time.
Her shit talk, people didn't respond.
People are waiting.
People want her to
see
fail.
Caitlin fail.
For sure.
But I think more people wanted to see LSU fail, especially with their coach.
Yeah.
Twitter last night was just all Caitlin Clark love.
Yeah.
Like all.
She went for
When she
41.
plays
No,
That's
I know
hard
that,
not
but
to be.
we've seen people perform great and they nitpick things. Like it was all.
Yeah, but as soon as Caitlin, if she has one of those 2 for 9 3-point games where she's going to the rack, it'll be loud on Caitlin, which is the top of the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
This is what the top of the mountain looks like in any sport. For Angel Reese, and we saw her, I think at the upfronts, we saw her, and you're talking right after the run, and she became one of the most famous people in America after last year's March Madness and everything. So, like, I thought she was playing a heel character. Like, she was trying to be the heel character. And then listening to it last night after they have a devastating loss. Obviously, that was very devastating in that moment, biggest moment of the year. And you lose, and Caitlin Clark has the night of her life. And obviously, everybody's going to start dunking on you on the internet. It was nice to see her be a human. You know, like it was nice to be like, yeah, Angel say, I'm a human here, you know, as well. And it's like, well, I think you're going to learn from all this. I think she's going to be tougher, become an even better player. But we would like to say to Angel Reese, I appreciated you being a heel.
Yes.
Like, it's not easy to be the heel.
Exactly.
Because you get a lot of bad stuff said to you. You got to be like so we appreciate what LSU has done and how they've kind of conducted themselves and how great of a team they've been with the head coach even getting involved with, you know, calling out journalists and this whole thing. So I've appreciated this LSU run. But that post-game press conference was unexpected. I did not expect that to go how it kind of went with how everything has been for the entire season since they won the championship.
Well, and like people dunking on her, like I get it. They, you know, if they did win, absolutely, they would have been talking shit because that is what you do when you win, especially when you are playing the heel. But like, I mean, I don't think anyone on Twitter, or maybe less than 1% of people on Twitter, could actually tell you the emotions of losing in an Elite Eight game to go to the Final Four against the team that you beat last year after going through the year that they had. Because it really was. After the national championship, I mean, she was...
What's that going to be? 10 million people probably watched last night.
Oh,
Yeah, probably.
I'd say.
I think it was 7.
I mean, the biggest women's college basketball game of all time.
Ever.
Definitely, yeah. And it was the Elite Eight. I mean, the profile of both Iowa and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and LSU, because they have Floje and like Haley Van Lith, the girl who
It
came
ain't
over.
my fault.
But like, it is Angel Reese. Like, it's Angel Reese's team. She's the face of it, and it's Caitlin Clark. She's the face of it. So, like, absolutely, Angel Reese took the brunt of the like, hey, shut up. You know, you guys are the heels. You can't now.
Well, she
turn
didn't
back
play
on
for a
it.
little bit at the beginning of the season too. There was a bunch of like
She
chatter about what happened, and all that type of stuff. All of that led into the heel. You know what I mean? Like, now, once again, student human athlete, so it's different than professional. But the way we view women's March Madness is like, this is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, about to have 10 million people potentially watch last night's game. So I think we view her as a professional.
Yeah.
Right? And that's like probably a little unfair, but she has been like a perfect heel character.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially with how good she is, how much her teammates love her.
Down low, like
Yeah, and like shit talking.
Yes.
And they are, I mean, honestly, especially on the women's side, I'll probably say even more than the men's side right now, they are professionals because they got to stay in school for 4 years. So they're going to be in their early 20s by the time they leave. And Anthony Edwards is, 22, 23 years old. He's been the face of a franchise for a few years now. So with the NIL deals and all the different things, they are pretty much professionals. But
Caitlin was what, every commercial last night?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I fast-forwarded through it because I had a DVR or whatever, but Caitlin was in every commercial last night. And she's an anomaly. We understand that, as is Angel Reese. She's an anomaly. We all understand that. But it's like the business is booming around NCAA women's basketball.
We got Juju.
it's incredible.
Juju,
Did you watch
she's
it
next.
last night?
She's next.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly, she's on pace or could potentially break Caitlin Clark's records, and she's in Los Angeles.
Right.
So that would be a massive story going forward.
And going to the Big Ten, we were talking about last night, like her going to the Big Ten now too. That'll be interesting, especially with like the travel shit.
We haven't really, and that pivots us to college football. We haven't talked about that much. That travel's real.
Yeah.
We're talking like 5-hour flights, 4 or 5 hour flights just for standard away game.
Yep.
Hawaii used to have to do this, 6-7 hour flights for every away game, and I think they do a couple. The way this Big Ten is constructed, Oregon,
bingo,
UCLA, USC,
Washington,
flying to Penn State,
Rutgers.
that's an 8 hour.
yeah.
It's
And
6-7 hours.
They're going to be in it in the college football playoff. Like you're telling me, Oregon has to go play Rutgers on a Saturday,
And then 9 a.m. local time start for them.
Yeah.
Because it'll be noon local, 9 a.m. for them. That's a real thing that, like, video games you don't have to worry about. Because in video games, especially Mutt Me, you're 99 all the time.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, Mutt Me was
Baby.
running wild yesterday.
brother.
Both sides of the ball.
I was seeing highlights of me all over the place.
One glove.
Hey, listen, you don't want to be on a football field with Mutt Me, dude.
No.
I'm going to take everything. The ball, your soul, the game. And I'm going to dance in your face with it. Pick six, how you doing? You think you're going to catch me? Yeah, right. 99 speed, dude. 99 moxie. I'd been in the end zone so many times I didn't even celebrate. Look at Mutt Me. I have no idea where I am.
Right.
You know where I will be? The ball. Boom.
PBU.
I'm playing on Tepper's team there.
With Kuechly.
Shout out the actual CC.
Is that Bo Jackson, the quarterback?
Yes, it is.
Yep, and who's catching the ball?
Boom! You saw me L1 right there, dude. Shout out to the actual CC making Mutt Me look like an absolute beast. That's Tyreek Hill. Mutt Me.
Yeah.
Now, what am I going to do next? Oh, how about another Tud? You got it. Boom!
Again?
What are we doing? Putting it on repeat? Yeah, that's Mutt Me,
You
dude.
burned Zeke?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, give me that. Punch out. Peanut punch. That was me. Mutt Me.
Dog.
Still at 99 right now, I do believe, on the game.
Yep.
I do not know how to get there, but if you...
Oh, you blow up this
Yeah,
guard,
this one.
dude.
This guard has no idea.
In the trenches.
Dude,
Bang! And then the pressure.
The only thing I don't like is long sleeves. Mutt Me's not wearing long sleeves if
Sure.
I'm a middle linebacker. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's just New England. You know, New England.
Are
they
you
want
wearing-
to
is-
have you some swag?
Is Mutt Me normally wearing one glove?
Yeah, Mutt Me would wear
Okay.
one glove, but Mutt Me punter, long sleeves, definitely.
Sure.
Middle linebacker.
Mutt Me middle linebacker, I'm greased up.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
oil it up.
yeah.
Changing the face mask? Or
Yes,
keep them-
yeah, I got the Brad Wing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the full thing on.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, wide.
Got him on the wheel route.
I mean, are you kidding me? You're not going to catch me either. That guy's got the
I
angle,
mean,
doesn't
come
he?
on. What are
30,
we doing?
What-
20,
what a-
10.
Oh. Ooh.
So you can play as Mutt Me right now if you need to. But we
and
were
he
talking
goes.
about this. Like, you're not. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's
In
me.
case you were wondering.
You can still download me, Mutt Me, for free, I believe,
Yeah, for free.
on the Madden Ultimate Team.
Yeah, 99, I believe, until April 4th is what we were told.
Okay, but I don't know if you just get rid. I don't know. I have no idea how this works.
Yeah.
All I know is you play with me on the field, I'm going to dominate for you every next couple of days. These now people can move these cards.
Yeah, you can like sell them. You can buy them from other people.
It's like a Gary Vee-mon.
So I'm a Gary Vee-mon now.
What happens?
Basically.
What happens to Mutt you on April 5th? Is it like a Monstar situation where the powers get sucked out?
Not all the powers. I believe the powers just go down to
Hey,
like
hey.
91.
Okay.
And then, but from what I've been told, Mutt Me is going back in the gym,
Okay.
And getting back up.
Yeah, it's
And
a card you hold on to.
and he might show up at different holidays.
Okay.
Ah.
You know, like one's
Well, no.
not going to say it.
No.
St. Patrick.
Mutt Me, though, might show up
Yeah.
a couple of times at a 99
Okay.
because my video game character is more human than most video game characters, which goes back to the travel here of this entire thing. Like, I think because of video games, everybody just assumes that you're in 87 all the time. It's like 9 a.m. game kickoff. That's 6 a.m. wake up. Traveled 7 hours yesterday. Slept in a terrible hotel bed in a town. Ate horrible food, but yep, I'm going to play my absolute. That is quite an advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
For the team that is at home there.
Oh, yeah.
And that is something that we're going to have to take into account whenever we're trying to figure out who's going to win these games. But also when this college football playoff thing gets down close to the end, it's like one of those big trips might be
Yeah.
the thing that clinches a team into the playoff or kicks them out for an entire year. It's wild what it's kind of turning into.
Yeah, like I mean, Ohio State going to Oregon for like an 8 o'clock game, like that also kind of stings for them, right? Because that's a 11 o'clock local.
So far, it is so far up there.
Yeah.
Oregon. It is way over,
Top left.
way over there. Have we given them Portland yet, Canada?
I think we're
working
in
on it.
negotiations
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
Go
Got
get 'em.
declined actually last night.
By who?
I saw it on the news. That's all I know.
No, Trudeau and Biden they're pounding the pavement right now as we speak about.
They're speaking words to each other
I think so.
about Portland going to Canada and us taking Windsor.
We get Windsor. Yeah, Windsor's the one that's lower than Detroit.
Windsor's in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, they're
Okay,
speaking.
and so we just give Portland
So simple.
just an easy,
Yeah.
and then you're up there. Windsor's already down here.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gumpy. You basically live in Portland.
Yeah.
Congrats.
I actually did live pretty close to Portland, to be honest.
That's
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I know this.
But
like
I'm
some
good.
bonus for
I'm good on
Halliburton.
Portland.
Ohio State does have to go to Oregon this year. Oregon's farthest trip is probably to
Chip Kelly going back. To
Purdue.
Chip Kelly going back to Oregon with that team.
That's gonna be
Think
fun.
about
Is that early or late? In
That's
the
October 12th.
Does that early or late in the season? College starts.
That would be
That's like week six.
Remember, we were in North Carolina for
Week 0.
In August.
Or was it
zero,
week
which
one?
was so early. It was so hot.
Yeah.
It was 1,000 degrees.
So hot.
1,000 degrees sitting on that
Where are you going to be
spot.
week 0 this year?
Dublin.
Ireland?
I believe
Ohio?
that's the home of AJ Hawk, I think. Mm-hmm. No, Ireland.
With the Florida State faithful.
It's going to be an honor to be over in a different country with those Florida State fans. That's
yeah.
going to be great.
That'll-
Who are they playing over there?
Notre Dame?
Nope.
Georgia.
Nope. That may be Georgia Tech.
That's right.
Whatever it is, we need their fans to travel, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, or just the Dublinites come out hot and be running.
I don't know how
wild.
big we are in Dublin. Remember,
Georgia-
I've been there before. They're
Georgia
not
Tech.
the kindest to me. You know, Patrick McAfee, I hate you. You
Football, though.
thought I was coming home. Oh, it was a homecoming. Honored to be here. Dreamt of coming here. Oh, get out of here, you yank. All right. I'm sorry I'm boozed up. I thought this we're all doing.
It's not my dream.
Georgia Tech, August 24th.
All right, Tech, we need you to send some people.
August 24th.
Yeah.
Those Florida State fans that are traveling over to Dublin, those are the loyals.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the ones that are going to be the most mad
Yeah.
about what Kirk Herbstreit did to them. Kirk Herbstreit walked into the playoff committee meeting. This is what I heard happen. A good Florida State source told me this. Now, I know Kirk, and I know how it all went down, but a Florida State source told me that Kirk Herbstreit walked into the playoff committee and said, if Florida State's in there, I will puke and quit on college game day.
Whoa.
And then walked out of the room. That's what I heard. Is that what you guys heard, too?
Yeah.
I heard the same thing.
I heard he threatened to kill some people, too.
What?
Yeah, I heard he threatened like a
Really?
John Wick situation where, you're not killing his puppy, but you are killing his playoff, and that he will go on a rampage.
Oh, he brought Ben into this? though?
Uh-huh, exactly.
That's what Florida State people were literally saying.
Yep.
That is how it was kind of all going. And then they lost by 60 or something like that in the bowl game. But they had 5 guys run 4.2s at the combine that didn't play in that game. But they did, what a scene.
Yeah.
Thank God it's 12 now.
I know.
Yes.
So those
And
types of
13
situations-
can shut the hell up.
Yeah, 13 much different than 5.
Lad McConkey play in that game?
He was in. I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he did.
Pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he did. Did Brock? No.
No.
No, Brock did not.
Brock did not.
No.
They did have a couple opt-outs.
Brock had the surgery.
But yeah, he got hurt.
Tightrope.
Yeah, the ankle.
Yeah, so he actually had
But they won by
I think a 65.
60?
Yeah,
63 to 3?
Yes,
Well,
yeah,
now
something
Florida
like
State
that.
and Clemson are trying to kill the ACC. They're trying to get out. So
Hey, listen, you do what you got to do, okay? And I think they were going to take out a loan of like $704 million or something.
Yep.
yeah, I think they're partnering with BlackRock.
Well,
You shouldn't just say names that you don't know.
yeah, especially BlackRock.
I'm sure you've heard of that. I don't know if you should just be tossing that one
Saw it
out.
today in an interview.
Yeah,
You
they're
can't
in the
forget that
news.
Florida State beat Louisville like 16-6, though. Like, that should have got him in.
Now, listen, I think Florida State is a phenomenal school.
Yeah.
I enjoy everything about them. Last year was awesome. Can't have a third-string quarterback
No.
in the college football playoff, especially with how the playoff
Can't have
ended
it
up
from
last year when it's 4 games. This upcoming year, though, hey, put a 4-stringer in there.
Let it rip.
Okay, you got 12 teams. You do what you got to do. It was a little different last year. Kirk Herbstreit decided to be the face of that entire.
Yep.
He signed up for it.
Yeah, bingo.
Now we're going to another country with him. Can't wait. Slancha, Florida State.
Absolutely.
Slancha. Now, I have not signed a contract, so who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be doing it.
Yeah, there's a third string.
Joining us now is a guy who offended an entire sports community.
Yep.
An entire sports community list. He was trying to compliment somebody, in turn, just basically, you know how when dogs walk by like a sign, a male dog walks by like a sign or a bush,
Oh, yeah.
and another dog is maybe urinated on it? The dog will lift its leg, pee on it,
Yep.
and say, "You're mine now." Put the hockey community as one of those bushes.
Yep.
This guy is a dog, last night dog, walked by the hockey bush, pissed on it, but on the other side, he's saying, I'm complimenting Caitlin Clark, though.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Dan.
Dan, great to see you.
Just excited to come on and get made fun of. What's going on?
No! We're trying to save this.
It's warranted.
We're trying to see. You said it. We're Christian, like,
Yeah.
you said it.
Yeah.
Clarifying your stuff.
We're trying to give you, UConn's in the Final Four. We'll talk about it all.
What's up,
Exactly.
Big
Picked up your laundry.
What's happening, baby?
Dry cleaning behind you. Need all the suits.
Basketball capital of the world.
Yep.
Yeah, NC State's also there, but I understand what you're saying.
That's cute.
Picked up all our suits. Gonna hang out with Schrags later?
Yeah.
Nice.
No Schrags later, no, but had to get some dry cleaning picked up, yeah.
Well, Dan, we appreciate you taking time on this glorious Tuesday. Last night you put a tweet out. You weren't the only one, but you're the one who decided to do the hockey realm of it. Caitlin Clark is Wayne Gretzky.
God.
We know what you're trying to say, okay? We know exactly what you're trying to say. We appreciate what you're trying to say because we're big Caitlin Clark fans as well. But what hockey people are saying is, oh, shut up, Dan, okay? That's what they're saying because you wouldn't say Caitlin Clark is Michael Jordan, right? Or would you?
Well, no. Why do you think? No, I would not say that. But why do you or others think I'm saying what I said about? Here's the thing. I'll answer it. Okay. I wouldn't say Jordan. Caitlin Clark, I believe, is number 1 in scoring and number 3 in assists. Gretzky is the guy that is at the top for scoring and assists. Jordan isn't. So, while Jordan is arguably the best, I think he's like top 5 in scoring, but I don't think he's top like 10 or 15 in assists. I think the only guy in basketball is probably LeBron when it comes to scoring and assists. And so that was the.
So you're complimenting. You were complimenting Wayne Gretzky and acknowledging, like, hey, this guy's not only scoring, he's helping his teammates out. That's what you were. The hockey community's wrong.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
Dan, another farting Dan Orlovsky situation just took place.
Danny Dumb.
You just farted into the
Danny Dumb.
What do you mean? It's unbelievable.
No, your butt was just talking.
We heard it.
Your butt just farted into the phone again like you in Monday Night Football.
Oh, no.
That's what just happened.
What do you mean?
You remember Monday Night Football when you had your microphone and you went to sneeze and you bent down and it caught your fart?
Like, what do you?
No,
it's
not
your
what you
asshole
said.
just
You
farted.
pooped your pants, Dad.
We heard your fart, brother.
We heard you fart.
We heard your fart, brother.
Drugs,
We heard your butt just fart in the middle of the cake.
I did not fart.
Dan. This is 2 times now, Dan. This is the Orlovsky thing.
Fool me once, Dan.
Are you guys being serious right now, or are you messing with me?
Dan.
Do we have the capabilities to play this
I
back?
would like to let the hockey world, I would like to let the hockey world know that Dan Orlovsky knows more about hockey than anybody, and he was trying to pay tribute to Wayne Gretzky and his ability to play, make, and score. Nick, I feel like as a representative of hockey, host of That's Hockey Talk next to a Canadian, do you accept what he was trying to do, or do you think maybe he should have utilized more characters to get that point across?
Probably a couple more characters. I mean, Wayne is also won 4 Stanley Cups and 9 MVPs and accomplished a lot, and that's not to put Caitlin down in any way because she's on her way to doing great things, but Wayne is the pinnacle, the highest you can get of one sport. It's kind of an unfair comparison for Caitlin, I would say.
At this stage.
At this stage. Also, Dan was making a great point, though. The goals and assists in terms of points and being all-around complete player, that's very true, but then he farted right afterwards, so it didn't really...
Yeah, ruined it.
You farted into your phone.
That was nuts.
One on everything.
2. Almost a full 2.
Dude.
Almost a full 2.
Hold
Hold on, bud. We'll replay that. Hey, hold on, Dan. Hold on. Are you in the car alone right now?
Absolutely. On everything.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now there's nobody else around you.
Nope.
Okay, there's nobody around you.
Yeah.
Listen to this clip. This is you just moments ago.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
I mean, undeniable.
You guys definitely just made me freaking idiot.
Dan, we swear.
You guys 1,000% just made that up.
No, we swear.
There's no way.
So no one did that, Dan.
That was those cartoons.
What did you eat? What did you eat?
I haven't even ate
That was Dan. That was out of a movie, Dan. That was out of a movie. You know how they like score things and it makes sounds? That would be the fart sound.
There's a Looney Tunes fart.
Like on YouTube.
I give you my word on everything. I give you my word on everything that I did not fart.
Okay, Dan's a liar.
Your word's
Can we run
worth
this
nothing.
back one more time?
Hold on.
Good, Dan. Okay, keep saying that, Dan. All right, please, for the everybody. We might have misheard that last time.
Yeah. That's a
Okay,
good point.
let's
That's
be
a good
quiet,
Yep.
please. Let's allow the clip to run. The clip is running.
It
Dan,
sounds like it does.
yeah. I'm
Coming off
saying.
now?
Ladies and gentlemen, just moments ago, Dan Orlovsky's ass made an appearance.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
That's a fart, brother.
that's
Send him some dude
totally
wipes.
made up.
That's a
That
fart,
is
brother. We got you.
1,000%. That is 1,000% made up by you
Dan,
guys.
listen, Dan. It just so happens to
No,
be.
I'm not. I can't believe you friggin' did this.
Dan,
Dude, no.
we didn't do this. And if you didn't feel that coming out of you,
swear.
you need to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
You need to go to a doctor ASAP if you didn't even notice what your butt just did. And that's another
I can't
conversation.
believe you guys.
Hey, if I were you right now, I'd go grab some dude wipes.
Need 'em.
I think that's going to be a little messy down there, Dan. One more time. Now let's make sure. Let's make sure, okay? Because that sounds like a wet fart.
And we cannot hammer home enough. We did not make any noise.
He's got leather seats.
You know what it could be?
Oh,
You know
your
what it could be?
ass.
Hold on, what?
No, my windshield wipers. It's raining.
Oh, let's run it again. Let's hear it. Yeah, maybe.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like,
that's your butt.
Come on, Dan.
That's your butt.
You've had some of the worst luck. You've had some of the worst luck when it comes to this, Dan.
Oh my God.
Dude, I can't. I don't know what to say. I'm so freaking angry right now.
Windshield wipers.
Why are you angry? Life's
It's
good.
raining. It's like it's spitting out. They're not on
Spitting
that
out.
consistently. It's,
Got the auto joints, auto wipers.
Yeah, he's got leather seats.
no, I have. See? Did you just hear it?
Yeah,
it
you
just
did.
went.
Yeah,
It
he just
went.
farted again.
Had a baker's dozen of
I'm
hard-boiled
gonna have
eggs
to deal
before
with
the show.
this on the internet now.
That's tough.
man.
That's tough.
What do you mean?
It's not our fault. I mean,
I can't wait till everybody's like Orlovsky farted on McAfee.
You did.
all right.
There's a nice poop emoji next to it.
Yeah. Hashtag poop emoji. Hashtag stinky.
All right, I'm clarifying my freaking tweet, by the way.
Stinky.
After this stupid fart thing. The point is, to my knowledge, he's the only guy that is at the top with both points and assists. LeBron.
All right, Dan. Not your fault. You need to know this.
Yeah.
Not your fault.
tough.
We appreciate you, Dan. You're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, Dan Orlovsky. We love you, Dan.
Dan! Woo! God, you farted twice.
Boy,
I've been there. It's not fun.
Feel bad for him.
that was one of the most cartoon sounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's got bubble guts. It happens.
And if it was the wipers, that's just poor timing for
Dude,
that
and
guy.
think
all
about
the time.
the Monday Night
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah,
fart.
exactly. This isn't his first offense.
Hey, call him back, please. Can we call him back? Let him know we feel bad about the
Kinda
situation
do.
his butt put himself in.
Incredible.
Certainly could have been the wipers,
Could have been.
but also,
He wasn't going. He was sitting still. Why were they on?
well,
It was right.
you know, some of these wipers do act a little.
Yeah, they have the auto now.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, we just talked about it. We feel bad. Hey, you're incredibly unfortunate for everything that happens to your butt
Sorry.
and the
Love you,
sounds
Dan.
and the fart sounds.
Good car. Good car.
More laxatives.
Yeah. We're sorry that happened to you, Dan. Bye.
Are you? Yeah, I'm sure you're devastated over it.
I mean, pretty good laugh. They say you should laugh every day till you cry.
Exactly.
I did right here.
Your family's going to have a good
No,
laugh
it's a
at that
great
one, right?
laugh. It is. Like, it's a great laugh, but I'm going to have to now deal with it. And it wasn't a fart.
Dan.
My wife texted me. She said, "Oh my gosh, McAfee Show, I'm dead." I go, "Babe, I promise you on everything, I did not fart."
All right, Dan. We appreciate it. I think it's a sign of health, by the way, whenever you're
Yeah.
when everything's moving the proper way. It's good. This is
Better
good.
out than in, they say.
Yeah, and how about how comfortable you are behind a microphone?
Pretty cool.
Monday Night Football, most people potentially nervous, a little uptight. Not Dan, he's loose.
Watch this.
Yep. Too loose.
Right into the mic.
Yep.
Right here, after completely offending hockey, you know, the entire fan base, comfortable, dry cleaning behind me, no worries.
My takeaway is that Nick now understands my point of maybe not taking it that they're literally the same person, but the accomplishment of style of play when it comes to leader in points, third in assists is Gretzky. It's not Jordan. It's so.
It's really hard not to make a fart sound right there while you're talking. And I'll tell you what, we'll resist the urge to do that every time you're on the show going forward.
Oh,
Yep.
boy.
We will, won't we?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you guys can say what you want.
No, all together. Dan's friend of the program.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love Dan.
Dan, we would still recommend dude wipes, though. Just want to let you know that. Would recommend dude
Can you
wipes.
send me some?
No, you can buy some because you are very wealthy, and it's good for the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone can use them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry that happened to you, Dan. You kind of did to yourself, but we are sorry about it.
I didn't do anything, but thanks.
You're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Love you, Dan.
Oh.
Happy he clarified himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just talking about good at, scoring and helping.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Gretzky won, 7 straight MVPs to start his career in the NHL?
How about that graphic that just pops up there?
That's wild.
Oh, Dan was looking at that, by the way, whenever it was popped up on the screen, and Nick was giving Gretzky, yeah, certainly can help, and I understand what you're saying, but also let's put a little bit more respect on the name Gretzky. But I do appreciate him coming in and saying, I wasn't saying like she's accomplished everything that Wayne Gretzky's accomplished. She's just a similar type elite athlete. And I think that's a good take.
Makes a lot more sense when he lays it out like, hey, Gretzky was first in points like Caitlin Clark, and he was top 5 in assists.
What about when Mitt, though, said that she was Dale Earnhardt? What do you think he meant by it? Like the intimidator?
Yeah, probably, because she does intimidate people on the court. I think it's also one of those things where Mitt's just in his bag. Mitt's just feeling it at that time, and he just needs to let that eat. And I'm not ashamed. That was Mitt's best tweet ever, by a long shot.
How about him? He was on Mutt Me last night, too. Mm-hmm. He was doing all Mutt Me stuff.
All night.
He was real excited to get in there. I didn't know he was such a Madden player.
He's
a big Ultimate
I think
Team
he's
guy.
ranked, right?
He does like ranked matches.
No. Yeah. He's like top 10.
He's
Madden
good.
player.
In the world?
Yeah, because he breaks down defense. Like the one time we were at the Super Bowl 2 years ago, he taught AJ Hawk like different coverages.
What cover 2 was.
Stuff like that. So,
I
like,
should have known you're full of shit. Me and D, but this side of the room, we want to let you know, we're like, what if Mitt is like
savant?
There could be a chance that Mitt is in our heads.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, that makes sense. And he just
nothing
plays.
I said was a lie.
He's
In
a
my
huge
defense-
Ultimate Team guy.
He is.
Oh,
There's
wait,
actually
he talking?
Is Mitt on?
In my defense, I was
That's right.
in like top 5%, like the bracket thing of like who you can play, basically.
Top .01
So-
OF.
Yeah, like
I was playing the top 5% people, and it's like all ranked and stuff.
How'd
And I
Mutt Me do last night, Mitt? How is Mutt Me? Pretty good?
I mean, I'm 5-0 with you. I had like 4 picks. I didn't get to a second half because kids just kept quitting.
Oh.
That's what Mutt Me does.
intimidation right there.
Throwing in the towel. So Mutt Me's not on everybody's team? How does that work?
No, he is on everybody's team. Just like you just get that pack as the opening pack, basically, of this new series or whatever. It's a bunch of promotions. They're gonna put out people that like you just have to buy, but they get you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like there'll be like a 99 Ray Lewis that they'll do. Like they'll.
Was Peyton and Eli? Was that a?
They were in, but I saw it at 98. I swear I saw it at 98.
If Mutt U on one team meets Mutt U on another team in the hole, does the game just explode?
Stadium explodes, yeah.
Oh, like Gotham did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever Hines Ward was running?
Correct.
Yeah, Bane.
Right behind?
Hines scored a touchdown.
He outran it, yeah. He did. Wasn't really known for his speed, but I do appreciate Batman kind of recognizing Hines Ward could do it all.
Put him in the hole.
In Gotham.
Have you run into another Mutt Me out there? He's gone. Mitt's gone.
He's going back to play probably.
I hate McAfee. What do we do?
There's a lot of the internet.
Is that what he calls his butthole? Does he call his butthole McAfee? Because that's
What's that? Well,
That's not nice either.
yeah, I agree. I'm
That's
just
even
saying.
worse.
That's the thing that screwed him here.
can we call Dan back, please? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I provided the platform for him to fart on.
Yeah.
And now it's my fault? I don't think so, Jack.
You know, we could
Dan.
to make him not feel bad. We could call Kaboly and have him fart on here.
Kaboly's farted before. He's an SBD guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those are all seeping out.
What's that?
Silent but deadly.
Dan should actually thank us because if it was another program, a more professional program,
Dan,
they wouldn't have let him.
what? Who runs your Twitter account?
AB.
I do.
What's this all about? What did I do? I didn't do anything.
It works, man.
What are you eating?
Listen, we're not doing this Brad Pitt eating during the thing.
Yeah.
And I know we just called you out. What did I do? What did I do? I would like to know, in that situation where your butthole started talking, what did I do?
I can't even be serious with you, man.
What are you, chucking a glass of milk, eating some fruit over there? Get you some coffee? Get that butthole a little
I'm
bit more
having
active?
Yogurt.
Dairy.
I haven't ate. I'm eating yogurt. Like,
Well, I want to let you know, even though you hate me, we love you, Dan, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Love you, Dan.
Love me
you,
loves
Dan.
you too. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen.
I have 1,000 text messages right now of people going, "Oh my gosh," and I'm like, I just wanted to have like a quiet Tuesday.
Let's talk about UConn ball.
I just want to talk about UConn ball, D. But even though you didn't text me back yesterday, I just want to talk.
He was busy. He's
My bad,
busy.
my bad.
We're on the road. We're on the road. We got Coach Hurley on tomorrow,
Nice.
so we're going to talk UConn ball.
Best coach in college basketball.
We probably have to show him that clip.
He's not going to fart all over the program. Hopefully, he's a little bit more professional than that.
Dan was on campus.
Hopefully his windshield wipers aren't on.
04.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, certainly. You do this, whatever the
Doesn't
case
really
is.
matter.
Hey, Dan, even though you're putting out into the universe that you hate me, which is I didn't know that was very Jesus-like.
That's weird.
I know. It was God bless you. Easter was just a couple days ago. We love you, Dan. We love you, Dan. Just need you to know that.
I'm getting a lot of hearts on that. That's a lot of likes.
Likes mean nothing on that platform, but it means, yeah, we saw it. Anyways, all right, I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We love you, Dan. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, Dan.
I don't even know why we're going to have another hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point?
That was good Tuesday.
Might as well run it back.
Maybe we run that clip.
Just on loop.
Next 2 hours.
Essentially, like it's
undeniable. Undeniable.
Yeah, I mean, I could hear windshield wipers there a little bit, but I'm a first impression, first narrative hear guy.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to be hard to get me off of the.
Yeah. You can hear anything when you're thinking of it after the fact, when you're listening for it.
Do you think the closed captioning people got it?
Fart. Dan Orlovsky.
That's a good question.
Massive fart. I don't know, Dan, we're proud of you. Thank you for doing that for everybody, because everybody poops.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, some people are scared to talk about it. Dan's not, though. Dan says, don't let my mouth do the talking. Let my asshole do it. And for that, we thank him. And that's why
we love him.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
That boy, Dan.
You know who else we love? And what a perfect day for somebody to come on the show and fart all over themselves. Dude Wipes, first time ever being a sponsor on an ESPN show. Congratulations, Dude Wipes.
So, Dude Wipes.
Hey, we got a chance to meet the dudes that founded Dude Wipes, and I've been a wet wipe ass wiper since 2009. Get drafted to Indianapolis Colts, go to training camp. Training camp, you're staying in a dorm. Dorm, obviously, you got a public John or whatever.
Yep.
I go in there one night. I think Austin Coley had left his wet wipes in the thing. So my immediate thought when I look at it is, somebody have a baby here? And then somebody brought a baby to training camp. That's crazy to do that. And then I was like, let me dabble with this. Game changer.
Oh, yeah.
Life changer.
Yes.
Holy hell, portable bidet. I'm living the high life with these wet wipes. Then Dude Wipes came around and said, hey, buddy, you're not the only one. We love doing that as well. And I think a lot of men are potentially a little bit against, certain things that have a narrative, maybe espresso martinis. Sure. Maybe the name scares you a little bit. Let me tell you what Dude Wipes will do to your butthole, though. You take this in the bathroom when you take a dump, you're going to have a much better happiness on the other side than he did going in. And I know toilet paper is something that's been around for a long time. Don't we need to evolve a little bit? Why are we rubbing single-ply paper on our butthole when we got to sit on that every single day? What we need to do is a nice, soft, I don't want to say wet.
Moist?
No, I mean,
Moist, delicate flour
Now
wipe
we're talking.
that sends you on the rest of the day in beautiful fashion. And as we get to a break here, and some of us might be running to the John right now, we'll be taking our dudes. Dude Wipes with us. Because you can be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Just like Dude Wipes. Let's have a great second hour. I don't know how we're going to follow up Dan pooping on the show. We hope you got some Dude Wipes. But we do know on the other side, we got Charania. We got AJ Hawk. We got more news to cover around the NFL. We're incredibly lucky that you choose to watch. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. Take 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we all seen the headlines. The Indiana State Sycamores got screwed by the NCAA March Madness Committee. Today, right here in this Thunderdome, we will have a chance at redemption. A chance to tell the NCAA to go to hell once and for all in a one-on-one basketball game. Introducing first, number 21 for the Indiana State Sycamores, Robbie Avila. His opponent in this one-on-one game, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Charles Abraham Anderson, the NCAA. It'll be a one-on-one game to 5, boys. 1s and 2s. If Indiana State wins, Indiana State was supposed to be in March Madness. If the NCAA, standing at a staggering 5'6", is able to beat Larry Nerd, Indiana State wasn't supposed to be in the tournament after all. My rules, my rules. Not like that, Tim's gonna huck one up from deep. Air ball out of bounds. Oh my God, the NCAA staring right at his back. Left-handed. 1-0. Robbie Avila. SWAT team. This is the most balance we've seen from the NCAA. All right. Oh. They told this man he wasn't good enough. 2 fakes and a shimmy, 2-0.
Raindrops.
Look in these. The NCAA looks like a former ship painter. Almost a steal. Pump
Travel. It's gonna be travel.
Check it. Step back.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. Once and for all, the NCAA has been buried, and the small team rise. Which name do you like the best? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Nerd? Is there any others?
Saw Steph Blurry.
Steph Blurry.
See, my personal favorite is Rob Wave.
Okay.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is definitely the most creative. It's up there for sure.
Is Joker a guy that you look at as your style of play?
Yeah, definitely. Jokic is definitely the main one that I look after, but I think another big one is Sabonis. Our player development guy, AP, he's big on the Clips, so we watch a lot of NBA stuff. Sabonis and Jokic are the 2 main guys that we watch. I originally played football when I was younger, and I had glasses, but I obviously couldn't go out there. I played my first year blind, and I just went out there with no goggles or nothing. I was like, I couldn't see nothing. I see a different color jersey, and so I told my mom, I need something to see out there, so we went goggles, and I've been wearing them ever since.
So no contact thoughts?
I tried to go contacts my sophomore year in high school. It was after the second day of trying them. My brother came up to me, he said, yeah, you can't do that. And he goes, you're not you without your goggles. And so he said, you're not allowed to do that. And so I had to go right back to the goggles.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go. This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. Ah! The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Everybody Farts Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. This sports program, Hour 2, starts now. Sports! Gonna be tough to talk about with what just happened on our particular program, and although everybody likes to let a little gas out of their butthole every once in a while, what Dan Orlovsky just did for the second time on national TV was nothing short of impressive and inspiring. Thank you to Dan for being so courageous. Let his butthole do that.
Thank you, Dan.
On national TV. We're proud of you, Dan. The Talks Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. You break it, you own it. Nice Caitlin Clark shirt there.
Hell yeah. I figured if there's ever a day to wear it, why not wear it today when the Hawks are going dancing to their second consecutive Final Four in a row.
How you doing? Keep it moving. One half of the hammer. Dahn. Cowboys. Tone Diggs is here. Tone, what are we betting on tonight?
Tonight, baseball. Heavy baseball tonight, and then obviously Rob Avila.
Tony. Okay.
It sounded like you just farted out of your mouth.
Well, I do that every day, and I don't deny it.
Dan Orlovsky thought we set him up. Mm-hmm. He thought we hit a fart sound while he was talking.
It'd be cool if we had that capability.
What you're talking about is Rob Avila of the Indiana State Sycamores, who are in the NIT semifinal this evening alongside a bunch of baseball. Last night was electrifying. The Elite Eight for the women showed up.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese national championship rematch was fantastic. But how about Paige Buckets and Juju battling right afterwards? It was a beautiful evening of women's college basketball. UConn alum, a man who thinks that his school just owns basketball now because they're the only ones that have won on the men's and women's side in the same year. They've done it twice already. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius Butler.
Yeah,
this March Madness is awesome for you guys.
It is.
West Virginia hasn't been in the tournament forever. You guys just every year, like our women and our men might win it. That has to be so cool.
Yeah, men fell off for a little bit and then got back there. Kimba got one. Shabazz got one.
Yeah.
And then so they just been 5 now. So we're going on 6 right now. From the women's side, we were a 3 seed, which is kind of unheard of. for us up there in stores, but back in the Final Four where we belong.
Hell yeah. Congrats to UConn, obviously Big East school, which we got a lot of pride for around here. Joining us now is a president of Ohio, a man who's the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, father of 10, probably deals with farts and poops all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. AJ?
Yeah, so I was watching when Dana was on, and the closed captioning person, whoever it is, they got it. They did a great job. It said, I believe it said, inaudible, muffled, and then it said Dan farts! ! I think a couple times.
Wow.
Need that screenshot.
There you have it.
Are you?
I like to keep the the CC on because I think it helps me become a better reader as well. So I listen and I read.
I have CC on everything, by the way. Everything. Yeah. TV, at night, even stand-up
Especially
comedy.
accents. If anyone has an accent, I'm absolutely I need to read it.
WWE right now is like the United Nations.
Yeah.
There are so many different accents. Just in a room last night, there was 8 people that could speak Spanish, one person that was Australian, and another who's from Ireland.
Wow.
And the amount of accents that were just popping off as you walk through the hallway, it's like, damn, we're all kind of speaking the same language, but I'm not 100% sure the dialect or what you're exactly saying. But I think those are internet videos that have led us to do that in real life on TV as well. I watch stand-up comedy with closed captions, and it's easier to get all the jokes. It's like, oh, brilliant, okay, the setup. But then I'm reading the punchline before he's even saying it. It's like, I don't know what to do. But I've become a reader watcher as well. So I'm happy to hear that the stenographer for the closed captioning understood what was taking place right in front of our eyes. Somehow, Dan Orlovsky ripped his ass cheeks open on national TV for the second time in his professional career. That man is a weapon out there, and so is his butt.
Yeah, and then I feel bad just because he kind of went against everything he stands for and tweets out all this hate speech.
Yeah.
Like, we're coming off of Easter where he is risen, and now you're tweeting out to everybody about hating people. That's not right. That's not Christian, Dan.
Well, the devil's walking around all the time.
He is,
I guess.
Both shoulders.
In Dan's butt.
Wow.
Causing him to fart.
He was letting some toxins out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go back to actual sports here instead of what Dan's butt's doing or talking about.
4 times. 4 times you replayed that. 4 times.
Had to.
We might as well make it a clean 5.
Bro, I have not.
It was awesome.
I was crying my eyes out. Because as it happened, I'm like, no way did Dan Orlovsky do this. Doesn't even break his speech.
No, not at all.
Shocked.
He should have owned it. Should have just owned it. You got to own that.
He didn't. He said he hated me.
Yep.
I don't think that's very nice. Because the people that follow him, well, a lot of them hate me too. So now I'm in a line of fire because his butthole's talking on our platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He wants a quiet Tuesday. What about you?
Yeah. Now I'm just going to give him a hurry up. We hate him too. Yeah.
He was the one talking
I don't know
shit.
what happened. Yeah, he was talking shit. Yeah. Poop particles flying around his new dry cleaning in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Head straight back to the dry cleaners. Get those things. Yeah.
Suits are going to stink.
It's an expensive couple farts for him.
We got to get eyes on whoever's sitting next to him the next time he's on TV.
We have got to be the worst show ever.
Oh, it's not even close.
I mean, in Dan's power rankings, yeah.
No, I'm just talking about as a whole. Whenever it comes to how shows operate.
What are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Like that
standard.
slide?
Standard show.
I was gonna say he's
standard
lucky.
Tuesday.
He's lucky it happened on our show because other shows would have just moved on and everyone would have said, "Oh, Dan farted on that show." We gave him a chance to at least blame windshield wipers, which it was not, but at least that narrative's out there for him.
All right, let's move along. We'll bring it up again for sure. Probably next 3 months. It's off season.
Yeah. Be thinking about that
It'll be
for
like
a
a
while.
2-3 times weekly type deal.
The fart heard round the internet.
Yeah.
Go back, break it down.
How about all those airports? People are traveling today. A lot of weather, a lot of delays.
Yeah.
So people are just kind of posted up, looking up at ESPN. Dan Orlovsky farts. What's wrong with this guy?
Is that the right caption?
This guy's got no couth. I thought it was the other guy that had no couth. Did it say farts right there? And then they go to their phone immediately. Let me look this up.
Yeah.
That thing's already got 250,000 views on.
It's gone.
On here. That's gone.
He did fart.
That's gonna be at 1 million in 2030. That might be our fastest. That might be our fastest climber. That might be our fastest swimmer. That particular video. When I went to the bathroom in there, I just opened to see the post, and I'm like, a lot of people have heard Dan fart on TV.
Yep.
Gumpy, are they being nice to Dan? I see a lot of people saying Dan's doing what everybody does. Everybody farts. Everybody poops.
Yeah. No one's mad about it. They're just mad he's lying about it.
Why you always lying? Why you always lying?
Pretty loud. Like it. I don't know how he just kept going.
It also took him a while to come up with the windshield.
Yeah, he turned that thing on.
Like, it was like 5 minutes later. Actually, I think it was the windshield.
And why does he hate me? Let's move.
Yeah, you shouldn't put that out there.
To your point about the airport, too, the amount of people that will come up to the airport and he has to say,
what's going on?
Feels like Zito captioned the video, but
no, that's what you saw, right?
Yeah. That was what you saw.
Muffled. Yep, there it is. That's it.
All right, that's real. That was not Zito.
No, they got him.
That was Dick Good's cousin.
Yeah, Dick Good said that to me right now.
Ed Good.
How about when Roman called Michael Cole Richard Kreider? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They got a chance to talk about that last night.
Pretty good.
That was
pretty good.
They got a chance to chat about that last night. Well, Richard Kreider was supposed to come out on Raw, but Michael Cole never acted like a little baby and brought it up. So Richard Kreider was coming out so fast. As soon as he brought it up, oh, what? He thought your name was Richard Kreider, and now you're going to cry about it? Oh, you're one of the Cody crybabies? I was going to do a full-on. Last night was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about Monday Night Raw, though, because obviously in sports, there is record-breaking ratings, we assume, coming right down the pipe for a rematch of the national championship between LSU and Iowa. I got to watch the game afterwards as we were flying back to Indianapolis and then rewatch most of the highlights this morning. Caitlin Clark was stupendous. Obviously, that Iowa team is ready to run. We got a chance to chat with Coach Lisa Bluder earlier in the first hour before Dahn Orlovsky farted all over everything. And she talked about the pace in which they play is like a strategy. Most of these teams can do it for maybe a quarter, maybe 2 quarters, but we run for the entire game. That's an advantage. We knew we were going to be able to put them away. And what she did here, we personality profile conversated about it last hour, about everything we've learned about this particular woman. Last night, she was going to dominate. Losing in the national championship to basically this same team, to getting it rubbed in her face with "you can't see me" from Angel Reese, the ring, the celebrations afterwards, the people saying she's not great because she didn't win a championship. Like everything we know about Caitlin told us that last night she was going to go absolutely bananas. But for her to live up to the hype yet again and have her best performance of the tournament in the national championship rematch, we're watching greatness. We have to appreciate it. And thank you to women's basketball for having this LSU team be who this LSU team is in this moment last night being so magical, AJ.
Yeah, I think it's pretty rare for games to like not only live up to some crazy hype they had, but this pretty much exceeded the hype. Like all the stars were the stars. We got to see like what we wanted to see. But Caitlin, I think people kind of take it for granted as well. Like, oh, well, of course she's so good. She averages whatever, 30 points a game, however much, probably more than that. Of course she's going to come score 41. No, like it's not a given. It's not an easy thing to do when the whole team is trying to stop her on the biggest stage, and she's able to do this. So, yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah, that shot
people have a ton of respect for everybody. Mm-hmm. That shot's impossible. Fading to your left with someone in your face, like, come on now.
That's NBA 3, deeper than NBA 3. That's Steph Curry range there. In behind the back, step back, quick release. That thing's up and out so fast. It's like those one shots, impossible. Let alone putting up 41 of them whenever the whole world is expecting you to. And if you don't, and I know Angel Reese takes a lot of heat, we thought she was playing the heel. Instead, afterwards, even the heels are humans, and we got to see that. So, Angel, we apologize for anything that was said to you that you were like, whoa. But shout out to that LSU team. Because of what that LSU team did, it created Caitlin to play the way she played last night. And that Coach Lisa Bluder, when we're talking to her, I appreciate how much she appreciates Caitlin. When Caitlin came out in that third quarter and knocked down that long one, is what she called. I felt pretty good at that moment. It's like, yeah, hell yeah. And that whole team has rallied around her.
Yeah.
They've been trying to bring up like Caitlin's not a good teammate. Caitlin this, they got to hate her. It's like from everything we've heard, they understand the deal here. And we go, as that one goes, and what's happening right now, she's playing her best ball time.
Well, you talk about it with, like, Peyton all the time as a teammate. Like, you think he was just, like, the most jolly, like, playing grab ass with guys. Like, I'm sure a lot of times guys were like, man, Peyton Manning's a prick. But guess what? On Sunday, like, oh, okay, well, this is why he's a prick. This guy's unbelievable. Like, when it's time for the game, like, guess what? It's time for the game. Like, no grab ass. Like, I mean, you saw it at the end of the game when, like, it was kind of in hand. She kind of, like, exhales a little bit and she's smiling and being jovial with her teammates. But, like, while the game's going on, like, yeah, she's the Terminator. She's a psycho.
Well, Michael Jordan said it in The Last Dance. Some people call me an asshole. He said, well, you've never won nothing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Still teared up.
Yeah.
Not 30 years later, still teared up. Even you watch the clips and it's like, damn, why don't you just blitz her or double her? But the way she passes the ball, like she's always, it's almost like Joker or a LeBron or somebody. Like you're always going to find the right spot. Her teammates know exactly where to be, to hit their shots, to be available, not only in the full court, but in the half court. And for a defense, just always pressure. Just like if we're playing defense in football, like if it's a Chip Kelly style hurry up offense where it's like you're so limited in what you can do defensively, the communication, you get bad matchups, like everything she does from wire to wire. Then you playing 40 minutes, like, and a lot of the women's
blown up. What do you get tired?
Yeah, just full go, the conditioning. It's incredible what they're doing.
Tired also makes you. Everybody thinks about physically not being able to track with her, but mentally too. You're gonna start making mistakes.
Sure.
That Haley Van, buddy. What a night. Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? I mean, what can you do?
She had her hand in her face in almost all of them.
What?
She was even like blocking her off. Like when they were crossing mid-court, she was trying to deny her the ball.
What do you want? What do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly.
What am I supposed to do? This thing is unconscious right now.
Yeah.
And and Kim Mulkey, we know whenever she was playing defense for the Lady Texters.
Boy.
Okay, we've seen the video. We've all seen it. 3/4 zip uniforms.
Yeah. Yep.
She was smacking the floor.
No easy
running the
buckets.
court. She won't. Yeah, end line to end line. She brings Haley out of the game, and she's like, come on. And she's like, well, I got to go back out there. Caitlin was going to cook anybody. I am a firm believer that anybody would have got it last night from Caitlin Clark, from everything that happened last year in the national championship, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, not all the pressure, but I know leading up to it, all the talking heads or the talk was who has more pressure on them. And I guess Caitlin and Iowa probably does because LSU won it all last year and beat them in the championship. So, yeah, I mean, the biggest, when the lights are brightest, this is what we, I guess, come to expect, but you should not expect something of this level. Like, this is unbelievable.
Who's the one receiving the long passes most of the time? 5? Who's 5 there running 44?
Hannah Stolke.
Yeah. Hey.
It's really all of them, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, a Fulter. The other, that was the other thing, is they had 2 girls last night. Like Kate Martin is the other one. I think she's a 5th-year senior. Like she scored 20 last night. I think she averages like 12. And then a Fulter averages like 8, and she scored like 16 or 17 last night. So that was kind of the big knock on Iowa coming in, was like, obviously Caitlin's going to do this, but they need the other girls who are going to have open looks from 3 to knock them down, and they have been knocking them down.
She shoots from so far. It's awesome.
Well, that's the thing with like Van Lith in terms of like being.
Look how far out she's defending. She's at the logo defending.
It's physically exhausting. She has to pick her up at half court because she'll pull up from 2 steps inside. So it's like, I mean, they're really like, what can you do?
Nothing.
And now Paige Bucket's got to get some because she wasn't recruited to UConn. Sorry about it, D-Butt. Sorry about it, D-Butt.
Hey, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a great matchup.
Like the Friday games are going to be incredible. And if like we were talking about South Carolina, like if there's any chance that NC State comes out like they did against Texas and they're just lighting it up from 3, and there's that like possible upset between those two before the Iowa-UConn game, that would be incredible. Unless. Is that that's the order right there? Yeah. Yeah. So if South Carolina were to lose first, that would be absurd.
Yes, it would be awesome as the night goes on. Let's talk about the NFL a little bit, as the women's March Madness has been amazing, as has the men's March Madness. Carson Wentz is signed with Kansas City Chiefs. He's going to be a multiple-time Super Bowl champion.
Hell yeah. Just like Peyton.
Congrats, Carson. Proud of you, buddy. Still getting a gig, still working out, still going to a team that obviously is going to be fantastic. Feels like Carson Wentz is a perfect fit for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Andy Reid is going to have to figure out, if Patrick Mahomes gets hurt and Carson Wentz goes out there, how do you keep him from spraining both of his ankles on one play? Yeah. As the backup role, how do you keep Carson Wentz from endangering his actual livelihood on a football field? Because this is a bloodhound. This guy will sniff something out, a play out, until he is dead or the play is completely over and the ball's going the opposite direction. The highs of Carson Wentz are incredibly high. We're talking elite quarterback. We're talking top 5, top 10 quarterback whenever he is playing on top of the world. The other side of Carson Wentz is when he is shot putting a left-handed interception pick 6 for 0 yards to a division rival in an AFC South championship game in the 4th quarter, which is what he actually did do with the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the very next drive, though, he was scrambling fell over, got tackled, put the ball on the ground, balanced himself off it, threw it into triple coverage. Michael Pittman Jr. goes and makes a play. All of a sudden, we're playing Carson Wentz football.
Boom.
He is an actual roller coaster of football, but as a backup role, feels like a good spot.
Yeah.
He can make every throw. If he was to learn the offense, which hopefully he'll be able to do in the time period that he will have for the Chiefs, this is a great signing for them. I feel like it's perfect for them, and this is another backup quarterback who's a little bit aged, who's going to be able to ride the Kansas City Chiefs train to probably another Super Bowl, just like Blaine Gabbert was able to do with the Chiefs, and just like Moore, I think was his name.
Yeah, Matt Moore.
Matt Moore, a few years back, was able to do. This is a good signing. We're happy for Carson Wentz, a man whose career will certainly be studied and documentaries will be made about.
Yeah, Will, and if you were like kind of in that, like think about where he's at in his career. If you're going to go and be a backup, let's go be a backup for Patrick Mahomes, a team that's going to win a ton of games. We know that. That's you're going to learn a lot more and have a lot more fun than if you're on a team that is winning 3 or 4 games a year.
Man, think about him and that kid from Wales in practice squad.
Oh, man.
They're going to be they're going to be
playing so many games.
Yeah, Carson Wentz might be punting the ball down the field by the end of this thing.
Think about it now. I mean, we saw that picture of him and Aaron Donald. The only thing that stopped Carson Wentz was a hip drop tackle. Okay, now that that's out of the game, this guy might be a top 5, top 10 quarterback.
So is that considered a hip drop tackle there because Aaron Donald seemingly utilizes gravity?
Yeah, looks like he's unweighted himself.
We need to ask whoever's making those rules.
They somebody on the internet put together it was incredible narration, and I apologize for not knowing the name. NFL Next or Who's Next? They put together a lot of my tackles and voiced over it, and the commentators, they should pay him all the money to commentate stuff. He made me sound and look awesome, and I appreciate him. All of my tackles were hip drop tackles. Did you know that?
No, not all.
I mean, the Trenton Holiday one was not. There was one I had against Jacksonville where I just kind of dove. I think it was my first NFL tackle. I literally just dove full body into a guy. But everything else was pretty much hip drop tackle, and I did not know that about me. Maybe that's why I was so angry.
You're dirty player.
About it.
You're a dirty player. Trying to end guys' career.
That was not against the rules, Ben.
Dirty player. You got 99 dirtiness, too?
No!
That's tough.
Dirtiness in a good way, maybe.
Whoa.
Like that guy's dirty.
Yeah.
Not like dirty butthole. Like
No,
like Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, like that guy's sick.
Speaking of, Dan Orlovsky FaceTimed me in the middle of the show.
Of course.
Think he's taking a
Before
dump.
he gets Sham Charania with NBA updates.
From the toilet.
Yeah, he's pooping. He's like, this is what a fart sounds like.
What if he is not impressed with the fart? After listening to it back, that was not my best work.
Check this out.
You think Dan's just, was he calling me? Dan, you called me. We're live. We're still live. We're on the air if you want to fart again.
Dude, you got to stop saying that I did that, man. I did it.
Why is he so defensive?
What's done is done.
No, yeah.
Dan, it's okay.
Everybody farts, Dan.
Yeah, I know. I fart all the time. I didn't.
We know!
Duh.
I come home 20 minutes after being on your show, and now AJ's talking about it with you guys.
Well,
But that's big news. I don't know if you've seen the internet. Everybody's talking about your butthole.
tell us.
You saw the subtitle.
Because of you.
Huh?
Because of you.
This is classic 2024 non-accountability.
Yeah.
Okay? You fart on my show, my fault all of a sudden.
It's
Your
generous.
butthole lied, my fault all of a sudden, Dan. This is so 2024 of you, I can't take it.
Why would, first of all, I haven't ate since yesterday afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't ate since yesterday afternoon up until that yogurt.
Yesterday.
2, if I farted, why wouldn't I say I farted? 3, when Zito just tweeted out that friggin' still frame of it, I'm not even making any form of reaction or movement at all.
We know, you got a loose butt. That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't even realize.
You're the worst, man. Why do I keep answering your friggin' phone?
You called me!
What the hell?
Yeah, this is what
So
you get.
defensive.
Nobody cares about the Gretzky tweet anymore now, though.
Yeah, if it means anything, we do have some good news from the Hockey Talk boys in the back. Nobody cares about what you said about Wayne Gretzky anymore, even though it did get clarified that you didn't mean any offense to that. That's good news. You're out of one more. Now, you're in another ballpark, which is everybody farts, Dan. You're the face of people that have loose buttholes. That's good. People needed you.
You're a martyr.
Technically, if someone has a loose butthole, when they fart, it probably wouldn't make any noise, right?
Well, yeah, you're sitting on that leather. You see.
Tight sphincter still, though.
Yeah.
Loose butthole, tight sphincter.
Jeez.
That's a mean combo.
So there's too much going on right now in the in that realm.
What do you
world.
mean? What,
Hey, we appreciate you. Just know we appreciate you, and we're very thankful that. Here, listen, we'll go to the NBA real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, insider for The Athletic and FanDuel TV. Ladies and gentlemen, Shams Charania. Shams, we know you're very busy. Did you hear Dan Orlovsky farted in the first hour on ESPN?
I did not hear that.
He didn't hear about it, Dan. Look at that.
Don't know you, but appreciate your integrity.
Dan, I'm a big fan. I appreciate you as well. Could we get I'll take a repeat though. I mean, if you want to.
Okay, actually, we have the video. Shams, let's let you judge here. See, Dan? Dan, we're gonna try to do journalism.
Sham's a good guy.
Integrity.
Some context. Shams,
Nope.
Nah, just run it.
Lightly rain.
I think he just got muted. I think you just muted him. I don't hear anything.
I don't know.
Shams, just listen close.
Dan, you lost service. All right, let's run this video here. Let's run this video.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like
I
need to hear the context. I want to give our guys.
Oh, Shams, shut up! All right, Dan, we appreciate you. He said it sounded like a fart. It doesn't sound like a fart. We're proud of you, though. You're representing a whole new crew, Dan. You're a hero. You're a hero. You should eat more too.
Bye.
No, the question is, what is he eating? That's the question. It's not
it sounds like he's doing it.
Baked beans. Hasn't eaten since yesterday.
Yesterday. The way he says yesterday.
I don't want what he's eating. I will say this. I don't want what that was. I don't want that.
Shams, we appreciate you not farting all over our show. I mean, people attack us for a lot of things. Flatulence, is that what it's called?
Flatulence.
Flatulence is the newest gimmick, is what people were going to say.
Yeah.
We didn't play in that.
No. We don't play anything. And people are going to point to the dude wipes like we did. It'd be cool. We
Pretty
should've.
sweet, though.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Thank you, Dan, for
Not
doing it.
planned.
Anyways, Shams, you ever use dude wipes or you use paper? You use toilet paper?
Toilet paper is always the way to go.
No, it's not.
No,
You're
no,
wrong.
it's not.
Yeah, I've never heard somebody more wrong. Who's normally right?
At least for me, it's sanitary, gets the job done.
That's where
keep
you're wrong.
moving. But I'm very, very. I think a clean. I'm a cleanly guy. I'm big on that. Cleanliness, very, very important. You got to stay fresh. Come on, Pat. You know that.
Yeah, I
You know
agree.
that,
And you look like a guy who probably doesn't need to wipe, if I had to guess.
Nope.
But if you ever do,
I got to change up.
use dude wipes. Yeah, shout out to us. Darius, you need to relax over there. Okay, let's move on to basketball. Let's talk basketball.
Come on.
D-But this is disgusting the way you were treating us.
What the
hell?
We got UConn's really.
I have more respect for the program.
UConn's really showing up here.
They are. Childish.
Farting all over the place. Hey, you're both in the Final Four. Way to go. All
I
right.
didn't fart.
Shams, first things first. DJ Burns Jr. The conversation on the internet is immediately like, NFL GMs love this guy. Oh my God, he's going to be an NFL guy. He's going to play left tackle. Does he have the NBA is not a BJ place? Do we not think that he's going to be able to be a professional basketball player? And have you talked to any of the NBA people about what's going on in March Madness? Are they paying attention to who's potentially going to be the guy?
A player like with his stature, the way he's built. I mean, a lot of his game is going to have to be on development. Like he's going to have to develop in the proper. I think the shape will have. It'll be curious. Like I don't know if is he a 4? Can he play? Can he shoot? Can he play the 5? At the NBA level now, more and more you're seeing guys space the floor. You're seeing up tempo style guys playing faster. So I think for him, development's going to be big. I mean, obviously he's got a very, very unique build. He's able to do very well along with Zach Edey at the NCAA level. But for them, the biggest thing is going to be now in today's NBA, how fast-paced the game has become. Guys at that position, they're stretching the floor, they're shooting, they're running, they're going coast to coast. It's just going to be about if he can keep up at that level. But listen, I mean, teams are definitely going to scout him. We'll see if where he's at in the process. And if I am curious, does he look into the NFL? Like I think those questions definitely have to be asked.
I think NFL people are very excited about the possibilities because he appears to be an absolute dog mentally, and then physically he is a weapon. You can't let him.
No.
Once he gets right here, it's over. Right here. And then it's happening. It's over. It's been fun to watch. Let's talk NBA, shall we, Shams? I heard the other day somebody was surprised, and I think it was the internet, said, LeBron James is almost done? Whoa. This is his 21st year. He's almost 40 years old. He's almost done. Here's LeBron James talking about his future, and it's not that long.
not very long. I'm on the other side, obviously at a hill, so I'm not going to play another 21 years. That's for damn sure. But not very long. I don't know when that door would close as far as when I'll retire, but I don't have much time left.
He's icing those tires on the 2003 Escalade, getting the ice off the feet there. But obviously, he doesn't have much time left. Is there any clarification or idea of when it is? Because he wants to play with his kid, right? Is that this year? Is that next year? Do you have any thoughts on all of that? And what are we looking at here for LeBron, you think, going forward?
Yeah, Pat, most people I talk to around LeBron James, about LeBron James, 1 to 2 more years is definitely the expectation that LeBron James is still going to play another year or two. But it's obvious. I mean, based on his comments, he's at the end of the road. And for players of LeBron James's stature, it's hard to come to grips with the reality of retirement. And I spoke to Rich Paul actually today about LeBron James, his future, and the openness that LeBron James is talking with about retirement and about being at the end of the road. And Rich Paul told me it's like landing a plane. You don't just land right away. When you're 45 minutes out, when you're about to descend, there's a warning. There's a little bit of an announcement. And I think that's where Rich Paul kind of said this is at. It's about 45 minutes away. It's definitely descending. And oftentimes, like Rich Paul told me today, everyone around LeBron James, their whole life has been about him, whether it's his kids, his 2 boys who are now grown up, his daughter, who's obviously very unique, Zuri. She's a star in her own right. His wife, Savannah, she's been with him since high school. And everything has been around him. Everyone around him has revolved their life around him. And I think it's some level of selflessness, understanding that this time it's going to come up to a close here very soon. I mean, it's reality. He's 39 years old, 21st NBA season. Honestly, he could have retired a couple years ago, 3 years ago, if he really wanted to. There's not really much for him. He's already won a champion. He's won 4 championships. He won obviously the 2 in Miami. He won 1 on his own in Cleveland, another one on his own in LA. He's proven that all-time leading scorer in NBA history. So not much like tangibly for him to prove, but clearly he still loves the game, still wants to win a ring in LA. But I still think people around him, people around the league still believe he's going to play another 1 or 2 years. But beyond that, I'm not so sure.
Okay, that's big news, I feel like. We're getting a little bit of a declaration of this entire thing. It'll be a sad day.
It's like landing a plane, Pat. Like that's what Rich Paul told me. It's like landing a plane.
Yep.
He's at about the 45 minutes.
Haven't put the landing gear down yet.
Well, yeah, how long's the flight?
It's LA.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, we don't know how long the flight's probably been. This is across country. This is
60
Okay, so I'm waking up probably 5-10 minutes to get ready for landing.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I
collecting
mean, this
the
is year
food.
21. What are we comparing that to? Is that like a 12-hour flight?
It's like China to New York City,
Yeah,
probably.
Tokyo to LA.
Yeah, it feels like we're going to Japan there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like we're going to Japan.
Yeah. It's a long flight, and he's on that trek now. But I mean, clearly,
45 minutes though to Japan, you feel like you're already there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I assume he feels like we're already going down for landing.
Yeah.
Because I already had my full sleep in the pod twice.
Yep, had
I
my
watched,
meal.
Watched The Godfather 2 times. You know what I mean? Maybe took some sort of gummy or 4.
Ambien.
Talk to everybody.
I really hope you didn't eat what Dan ate, though.
See, you did think he farted. You were trying to do the whole, I want a context thing. He farted all over our show.
I do need context. I mean, you never know. He might have had beans. There's a lot of entry points. To give Dan a way to understand.
Sean, so what you're saying?
Understanding.
You're saying
sympathy.
You're saying beans, the magical fruit. The more you
Could
eat,
be.
the more you toot. Is that what you're saying, Sean?
It's I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but I have heard the theory. Yes.
Well, he was also eating hard-boiled eggs, drinking coffee, and a glass of milk.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, no wonder.
That's going to get the job done.
No wonder, Dan, you're pooping all over everything. Okay, so LeBron doesn't have a landing gear down yet, but we certainly got the runway in sight, and we're talking about everybody needs to put the tables up and go ahead and lift your back up to
He did just have 40 points against Brooklyn, though. So, like, on the court, I mean, the level he's playing at, and I think he's shooting 41% from 3. It's pretty remarkable. Like when I first started paying attention to basketball, really following basketball, mid 2000s, as we got into 2010 and 11 and 12. I mean, the big knock on LeBron James was his jumper, that he wasn't a good shooter. Like the Spurs during the 2007 finals, they gave him so much space that literally the game plan for LeBron James was let him shoot. And now the way he's able to, so late in his career, change his game, where he's now he's a lethal 3-point shooter now. Like, he is making them. It's a surprise when he misses so late into his career. I don't know if you can compare him to Jason Kidd or what, but the way he's been able to develop his game, mature his game year after year after year, still have the athleticism to go coast to coast, dunk whenever he wants in the fast break. He's got a lot left. And so even whenever he does retire, whether it's in a year or 2 years, he's obviously going to still have some stuff left in the tank. But when it's time, it's time. And I think him speaking about it, he's normalizing it for himself and everyone around him.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, it's going to be sad to see it over. He also assists a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He's like Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah,
he's on like Wayne Gretzky.
Rebound.
Caitlin Clark. All that.
Same echelon.
I saw somebody, Rob Carter said Caitlin Clark needs to go to the NBA, not WNBA.
Oh, really?
Who said Have you heard about that? Have you talked about that at all, Sean?
Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, soon come. I know you're excited.
We got season tickets.
Damn right.
Is the man in Indy going to be Anthony Richardson, Tyrese Halliburton, and everybody going to check out the Indiana Fever? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Go ahead, AJ Hawk.
Shams, one more thing on LeBron. Once he does land that plane and he is done playing basketball, is he going to own a team? Like, what's he going to do? Do you have any kind of insight on what his future looks like? Because it feels like he's going to own maybe multiple teams in different leagues.
AJ, his goal has always been own an NBA team. At least the last few years, his goal has morphed into own an NBA team and own that team in Las Vegas. He's been open about it. He's talked about it. I think behind the scenes, internally, around him, he's continued to game plan around that. We'll see where the NBA stands on that process. I still think it's a few years out, definitely after the media rights deal over the next year or so. But I definitely think that's a vision of his. Obviously, with Spring Hill Media, that company is obviously doing a lot of different projects off the court, documentary. They've got this Netflix series, this NBA-focused Netflix show that they're doing as well now. So there's a lot that's involved. But I think LeBron James is going to be able to do whatever he wants at the end of the day once he retires. But I do think his focus has been that Las Vegas team.
I think he was rapping a song the other day.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw, Shams. You've broken any news. There might be some champagne poppies. Not necessarily as pumped with where the allegiances were drawn. I saw people liking posts and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
K-Dot comes down.
Look out.
Red Dot. LeBron's singing at a wine party, too.
His favorite parties.
They to a party.
Not
his
the
friends,
no party like
been
that.
famous
Which parties are we talking about right now? Which parties are we talking
about, Shams?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm just listening to what you guys are talking. You guys.
Play dumb Shams. Okay, love that. D-But's got a question for you, Shams.
Yeah, ask you about Ant-Man and his squad. We had Perk here last week, and he said they got the best defense in the league. What do you say defense is like?
They're on your ass like back pockets.
On your ass like back pockets. We know Ant-Man is a superstar, probably the future, one of the faces of this league. Do you think they have enough to actually make a run, not in that Western Conference, but in the finals to win it all?
I do think they have enough because this team has all the ingredients that it takes. You have a veteran point guard, Mike Conley Jr., obviously Anthony Edwards. He's one of the faces of the NBA already. I think that's fair to say. He's a guy that I was talking to his business manager, Justin Holland, the other day. And when you talk about Anthony Edwards, he's a guy that's going to be a candidate to be on Team USA coming up. And Justin Holland, his business manager, told me, we're not just trying to just go to Team USA to sit at the end of the bench. Just from a competitive level, obviously he would if he has to, but from a competitive level, he wants to go in there and he wants to start on that team. Like, that's the way he's wired. That's where his competitive juices are at. And that's a team that's going to have the likes of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Jason Tatum, tons of big-name Hall of Fame type of guys.
Yes.
That's where his competitive juices are at. That's where his mindset's at. And I think we've seen that transform itself around this Timberwolves team. Like, their spirit, ever since he's taken this step over the last year or two, you can just feel that aura around the organization. Rudy Gobert trading for him, a couple summers ago, he's been massive for them. And then Karl Anthony Towns, all-star caliber year, he kind of went under the radar. How selfless he was, allowing Anthony Edwards to be the face of this team after Karl Anthony Towns was the face year after year after year. And now he's out with a torn meniscus, but there is optimism. He could be back before the end of the regular season, which is good news for the Timberwolves. But even still, they're geared up. If you think about last year in the playoffs, they gave the Denver Nuggets a pretty competitive first-round series. They're probably the most equipped team to beat a team like Denver just because they've got the size, they've got the wing depth. Jaden McDaniels on the wing, great. I think I came on. We were talking about Jaden McDaniels, and he got 136 million.
That's right.
Jesus.
We had to educate the PMS family about Jaden McDaniels. He's been a great defender for them.
Great defender.
Great two-way player. And I think this team does have the ingredients to potentially make noise.
Hey, let's talk about Team USA a little bit more. Tone Diggs has a question for you.
Yeah, Shams, I believe this guy is going to play for Team USA. Correct me if I'm wrong, but also he may return to the 76ers tonight, I believe you reported. Joel Embiid and the Sixers, terrible when he does not play. Does everyone in the league think he has a chance now that he's back going forward for the playoffs? Can they compete with the Celtics?
I think that everyone knows if Joel Embiid is coming back now and feels like he's 100%, it's because he truly has put in the time rehabbing. And when Joel Embiid wants to step back on the floor, he wants to be Joel Embiid. He does not want to be a guy that's a shell of himself, especially after taking 2 months off this late into the year. I think his mindset, he knows his body. He's so smart about his body. When I talk to people around Joel Embiid, like he's been through so many different injuries. He has such a great understanding about his own body and the temperament of when he's ready, when he's not ready. And so when he steps back on the floor, I have no doubt in my mind, of course, could there be a minutes limit or ramp up period? Of course, but he's going to be ready. And yeah, like you said, I mean, looking at it now,
thanks, Shams.
They're 11-18. 11-18 without him since January 30th, going into tonight's game. They're 26-8 with him in the lineup this season. So they need him. He knows it. He's very close to a comeback. It could be any day now. It could be tonight. It could be they play Thursday in Miami. They play Saturday in Memphis. They play Sunday in San Antonio. I think the expectation, the hope is one of these games this week, Joel Embiid's going to wake up and say he's ready. But he's been doing 5-on-5, and
we know
people,
that's big.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. People that have seen him on the court, they look at him, they see a healthy Joel Embiid. It's really up to him, from everything I'm told at this point, whenever he feels like he's ready to go.
Even if Embiid doesn't come back, which we're hoping he does, don't be bummed out, Philly. Roman Reigns and The Rock are coming to town.
That's right.
Okay, this weekend, WrestleMania, live from Philly. The Link. I think it's going to be like 50-some degrees.
Ooh.
It might be like perfect.
Love that.
Baby.
It might be actually perfect out there. I'm not even going to say the word, but obviously open stadium.
Right.
So we don't need any.
We don't need any of that.
No. It's happening now for that reason.
Rhymes with pain.
Yeah, don't need it.
There will be pain.
There will be a lot of pain.
Yeah, it's bloodline rules, brother. We know.
Well,
that.
we don't know if it's bloodline
We'll find
rules.
out.
We'll find out on Saturday
Look,
night.
I'm just going to assume it's bloodline rules.
Connor has a question for you, Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
Speaking of bloodline rules.
Yeah, truly, a man that plays by bloodline rules, Draymond Green. Now, obviously, what he does on the court, that is what it is. That's who he is, whatever. But is this it for him? Is this his last year in Golden State? Would you say? We all know that you are basically the right-hand man of the Warriors ownership. So are you kind of hearing that maybe after this season, they keep Steph and they rebuild around him, and maybe some of these other cornerstone pieces, Clay and Draymond, maybe on the move to other spots? Is that what you're hearing, or what's the situation here? Because he was making Steph Curry cry, Sean.
Guy was crying.
Yeah.
Wait, BC, who's right hand? You saying Draymond is right hand?
No, you're like the Warriors' right hand man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why am I the Warriors right hand man?
You break all the news about the Warriors all the time.
Yeah, we
I'll
hear.
take it. I'll
We
take
hear.
it.
You're
I'll
the
take it. I'll
voice.
take it.
Aren't you the voice? Steve Kerr says.
Yeah.
Sham Charania said it.
Yeah.
That's coming from my mouth.
Boom.
You know what he said?
I think he was a little perturbed about a lineup adjustment getting out there.
Exactly. Yeah. You know stuff before he does.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about.
I understand it. I don't think this is Draymond Green's last year. He's on I think next year he'll be entering year 2 of a 4-year, $100 million deal. I think Draymond Green very much wants to retire a Warrior. I think the Warriors want him to retire as a Warrior. Obviously, he's been through a turbulent season, and there's been a lot of ups, lot more downs this year for Draymond Green. Obviously, between the multiple suspensions, but we saw him the other night. What do you have? 20, 10, 6 assists,
balling,
couple steals. When Draymond Green is on the floor this year, his impact has been immense. And his relationship with Jonathan Kuminga, we've seen it develop. And Jonathan Kuminga is the one rising young player on the Warriors that him, Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, they've all embraced the way he's risen to that status in a way that they didn't really embrace the Jordan Poole ascension. And now you're seeing Jonathan Kuminga, I think, come into his own right. And Draymond Green has been right there by his side, pushing him along the way. And Draymond Green, when he's on the floor, he's productive. And I do think his intention is to be there. The big question is, will Klay Thompson be there? When I was just in the studio in Indy at All-Star, we talked about Klay Thompson, his free agency. Very likely he could test free agency and be a free agent this summer. So I think that's the big question with the Warriors. Will Klay Thompson be back?
AJ's been dying to ask you this. Go ahead, AJ.
I don't know about that, but Shams, Coach Hurley at UConn, UConn Huskies D-Butt, congrats to your squad. Obviously,
Thank you, AJ. Appreciate that.
How many NBA
Coach Hurley will be on the show tomorrow.
Wow. Shams, are multiple NBA teams going to try to throw a bunch of money at him and try to get him to make the jump to the NBA?
I haven't heard specifically, hey, like we're targeting him, but I think guys like him. I mean, you get the Dusty May in there, who just went to the University of Michigan. There's probably 3-4 coaches. Jay Wright is always a guy that's going to come up in NBA circles. Anytime there's a coach opening, you're going to have to check the temperature on a guy like Jay Wright. But those are 3 college-type coaches right off the top of my head. I mean, you have to think about it if you're an NBA team, circling in on, checking in, seeing how they're doing. I think it's more of a tracking the progress, seeing how the season's going, seeing how that coach is coaching more than anything. But, I mean, this summer in the NBA, there could be, there could be at least a handful of coach openings across the league for sure. But the desire between winning, the amount of parity that's in the league right now, I don't know how much, hiring right out of college into the NBA, I don't know how prevalent that'll be, but I mean, it's definitely got to be on their mind.
Oh, you're saying Hurley can't win?
Huh.
Is that what you said?
No, I'm saying usually teams that want to win quick. I mean, obviously you're going to see veteran coaches coming in, guys that maybe won a championship before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like Doc Rivers.
Oh, you're perpetuating the same old head coaching cycle, Carousel.
Of course.
You sound like NFL media right now.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, my gosh.
Same old rehires.
Hey, let's do some journalism right now, shall we? Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Shams, if you could just clarify a situation for me. A-Rod and his partner were going to be the owners of the T-Wolves, and then they just kind of dropped the ball and never made an offer in time, and now the guy's not selling. What the hell's going on there? Aren't the T-Wolves on their way back up? Like, why would A-Rod and his partner not buy the team? What's going on there?
No, so stay with me. This is a lot. Alex Rodriguez, Mark.
I don't have the time, Shams. How long? This is a long story.
I'll run down quick. I'll run down quick.
I need it.
Alex Rodriguez, Mark Lowry, they bought into the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2021, early in 2021. It was an installment process over the next 3 years. They've been hitting the deadlines, but buying chunks at a time. They were at 40%. They had to buy the final majority stake by March 27th. They had to submit their financial documents to the NBA, to Glenn Taylor, and they did a week prior to that. On, I believe, March 20th, they submitted the documents to the league, to Glenn Taylor. Glenn Taylor, then March 28th, last week, comes out and says he is not going to sell anymore. He's not selling the team to them. His characterization was the entire deal, the money should have been wired, NBA approval should have been done, everything should have been done by March 27th. That's what, in his mind, the contract stipulated. It was a $1.5 billion sale price. That team is now worth almost 2 times the price. So let's keep that in mind in the backdrop. Glenn Taylor says they were both late on payments at different points. They obviously, to me, Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lowry have both denied that. I said we hit every single deadline that was necessary. We followed the guidelines, and Glenn Taylor has seller's remorse. Alex Rodriguez told me it is now personal. We can be in this fight for 5 to 10 years, whatever. We're not going to let go. Mark Lowry tells me we'll use every ounce of effort to enforce the contract that Glenn Taylor broke. So this is going to be a process, and this is going to go to mediation. This is going to go to arbitration. We'll see where this ends up. But this is literally 2 sides of a battle. It's a war for the Timberwolves that we'll see how long it'll play out.
Man, the amount of negotiation and good faith and deals and everything like that, and seller's remorse that is taking place here because of how hot the team is and how big the team is getting. So if they're at 40%, they probably need to buy another 11%, right, to get to 51%. And
I think it was going to be for another 40%. So I think the goal was to get the final, get so 65 to 80%.
billion times 0.4 equals $600 million is what they were supposed to wire on the 27th, is what the old owners
Another $600 million. Yep. They were supposed to wire. the owner says everything should have been sent. The wire, the money should have been in my account. The NBA also.
I don't see it in my bank account. Deal's done.
That's basically what Glenn Taylor was saying. And meanwhile, Alex Rodriguez, Mark Lowry are saying all we had to do by March 27th was send you basically the invoice, right? Like send you the signed documents, and then once the NBA, which the NBA has its own process, they have to do a board of governors, all the owners, all the governors, they then approve the new incoming ownership. And Mark Lowry, Alex Rodriguez, they believe they were entitled to 90 more days of an extension with the NBA to approve them. And Glenn Taylor says, no, there is no extension. There's none of that. All the money should have been in. The NBA should have approved it. So it's
what
really
happens
going to
with
be
the $600 million for the first 40%? Glenn Taylor keeps that?
They're still right now. Mark Lowry, Alex Rodriguez still own that 40% of the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're just now.
Wow. You guys got $600 million.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys got 40%. Sweet. My team's worth $2.5 billion now. I still got 60%. Everybody can eat shit.
And he can keep running the team. And Glenn Taylor, listen, he's been around. He's been owning that team since the 90s.
Oh,
and I think the fact that this team is now where they're at, the fact that they're winning at this level, Anthony Edwards is I mean, obviously brought so much excitement to Minnesota. And I think Glenn Taylor even said on the record,
see here,
the fact that this team
Clause 7 is right here.
The fact that this team is owned 2 times more now definitely plays a part.
I was supposed to have $600 million in my bank account. You see this? Look, Clause 40, Section 197 of this $1.5 billion sale. It says clearly right here, in bank account. I just tried to buy a $500 million yacht. You know what I couldn't afford? $500 million yacht, because I didn't have your $600 million in my bank account by March 27th. Thank you for the $600 million that you got at a good deal. Team is now worth $2.5 billion. Your money's already almost doubled in this time. Congratulations on your stake. My team, and now they're partners, right? Now they're partners technically.
Now they're partners, except Glenn Taylor is the controlling majority. After I will say,
these billionaires are awesome. These billionaires are out of control.
Yeah, this is a billionaire's battle. This is like the ultimate billionaire. Yeah. This is a billionaire war right now that's going on, and it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get ugly. And the one thing Mark Lowry and Alex Rodriguez have done in Minnesota, they brought a different aura. They brought a different energy there, and it was really their hiring of Tim Connolly from Denver. He comes in as the president in Minnesota, signs a 5-year, $40 million deal. That was a massive coup for them a couple years ago to get Tim Connolly there in Minnesota. And the fact that they feel like they've brought this aura that's now elevated Minnesota, and now Glenn Taylor's coming in. It's like, no. This
He's
is my
a movie
thing.
character. Can we pull up what this guy looks like so I can at least see this? Yeah, good hire with that Tim Connolly. That's why we brought you in to buy 40% of the company.
Boy.
That's why we did that. So Alex Rodriguez, they feel like they're the ones that basically, because it was their team of the future, so they started making decisions for the team. Glenn Taylor kind of handed off the team. You guys are running the team. It's yours of the future. We agreed to a deal. Then he started having success.
That's essentially been happening since 2021, yeah.
Look at this
guy.
This guy doesn't give a damn about what you thought was going to happen. Look at that Windsor tie. Look how big those collars are.
Wow.
That dude's been wearing that suit for 30 years, and you think you're just going to come waltz in and get my company that is now worth $1 billion more? I don't think so.
With a head like that, normally you have a glass bowl over top of it, too.
Or at least a monocle.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, something like that.
A little hood.
Good luck out there, Glenn. Feels like you're probably in the way wrong here, and people are going to judge you for it, but hey, Minnesota Timberwolves up and to the right.
Yeah, gotta love that.
Up and to the right.
You know what's crazy? It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It's about what's in the fine print and what can the lawyers. I believe Mark Lowry, Alex Rodriguez, they've hired Wachtell, the law firm.
Whoa!
So this is going to be a battle that's going to play out in the courts in arbitration.
I gave you guys jerseys. Okay,
Look at these fools.
I gave you guys your jerseys.
That's cool.
I wonder if it's like, I just watched Succession, so I assume everything's like that. I wonder if this guy's kids are like, we got to get out of the deal.
Yeah.
We got to get out of the deal. We got to figure out how to get out of the deal. And I would like to reiterate to all these billionaires, that's why you guys made these contracts so long. Just needs to be one page.
Yep. Simple.
Just one page. Just clearly roll everything out.
If usually this is sometimes how this stuff plays out, though, right? But if the incumbent owner wants to get the deal done, the deal usually gets done. If you need it to extend, if you need to do a grace period, if Alex Rodriguez, Mark Lowry do need another 60 days, like there's a grace period, right? There's a relationship there. But these two sides, they haven't really spoken much. The relationship has really suffered over the last several months. It's not what it was when they first started this relationship in 2021. And Glenn Taylor clearly does not want to sell.
Well, I can't wait to watch. I didn't know this was happening. Now I'm all in.
Pumped.
Ladies and gentlemen, insider for The Athletic and FanDuel TV, Sean Charania. We appreciate you. All right, we wrap up this glorious Mania Week Tuesday and Everybody Fart Tuesday. We'll continue on YouTube and ESPN Plus. We're going to call more friends of the program to see their thoughts on the fart heard around the world. From Dan Orlovsky. Big thanks to Sean for joining us, Coach Lisa Bluder, and Dan Orlovsky and his ass. We'll see you tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. That was one of the best sign-offs in history. Of our
Right
show.
on the money.
I know that for sure. Yeah. I did not know that there was the old classic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so with that Glenn Taylor guy. That's big. That's a move.
Think of the lawyer fees. Think of the lawyer fees over the next 5 years.
They're
Are
licking
you
their
kidding
chops.
They love it. They're so mad. So, as people have seen through our career, like, I'm the guy doing the talking whenever these deals are taking place. So I always, I put in multiple outs. Okay, like if both of us don't like the way this thing's going early, we'll both recognize it. We'll realize it's not good for either of us. We're friends. We'll go our separate ways. Those outs in those contracts are a big part
of the negotiation.
So Glenn Taylor had to feel as if he had some sort of out, right, in his back pocket that he was able to use. Because when you're talking about $600 million payments, I mean, that's it potentially A-Rod saying theft. Like you are, you stole $600 million from us to take 40%. Now the intention was to get, the only reason why we paid you for that was to get the rest. And Glenn's like, welcome to the team, you got 40%.
Happy to have you.
There had to be something in there that Glenn Taylor and his people put in there that were like, didn't read this one, did you, genius? You're a baseball player, huh? Did you get to this part of the whole thing? And that's wild to think that that's taking place at the NBA. Because you would think that the NBA wouldn't want this type of shit to happen.
Right.
Because it's not good. Now, you remember the NFL, allegedly there was people that were trying to force out Dan Snyder, but a lot of the NFL owners were like, we don't want to get into that because we don't want to be the ones that are controlling other people's teams. We don't want to get into people's business, and we don't want to be sloppy. We don't want to be we don't want to be sloppy. We don't want to be messy. This is sloppy as shit in Minnesota, and it's involving famous people.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
As well as a team that's on the rise with the face of the NBA going forward. Yes. I am so happy this sucks.
Yeah.
For those who
Not
put
good.
$600 million in for 40%. Sucks for the Timberwolves fans if they were excited about the new ownership and everything like that. But as a casual, this is awesome news to hear that these types of villain movie characters still exist in our world right now.
A-Rod will fight tooth and nail. I mean, he's already been slandered to the point where, 10 years ago, everyone hated his guts. He was, the worst guy on the face of the earth. He doesn't care. Glenn Taylor's head kind of looks like a baseball. A-Rod might grab a nice, strong oak or maple bat, and bust this fucking guy's head open.
Like Ice Cube and Straight Outta Compton.
Exactly. Yes.
When he walks into that little turtle-looking guy's office.
Jerry Heller.
And boom!
Yeah.
A-Rod, welcome to the show, Glenn.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest hitters of all time.
Your brains.
With his office.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll hit him in the head because if he was to hit this guy's head, it would literally crack.
Explode.
Yes.
Yeah.
How old is that head? Do we know how old this guy is? He's got to be 90 at least.
102.
76.
He seems like he holds a grudge like an 80-year-old.
Those are not 76-year-old eyes.
Yeah, he needs to use Papa Tui. He's 82. 82.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he's lived then.
He needs Papa Tui, you're right.
He does.
Those 82-year-olds, though, those 80-year-olds, they've been through it. They've lived a long time.
Oh, yeah.
They've seen a lot of changes to things.
A lot of errors.
I would assume Glenn Taylor not exactly thrilled about a lot of the changes that has taken place, just by judging.
Just a guess.
Just by
observations.
But look, and we don't know him. We don't know him, but we're kind of, this is just us just going to assumption land, which is not always great, but what a movie character.
Yeah.
I guess that would potentially be the next step, right? Is we've seen guys in the NBA get their teams basically stripped from them. Is A-Rod and Mark Lawyer just be like, all right, we're going to get the best private investigators in the world and we're going to dig up every fucking ounce of dirt.
Hey, you got any Sterling in you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you do. Take a look at you. We can just look and assume that you got a little bit of that in
I was
there.
at that
guy's clean.
I was at that desk. You think that guy?
Yeah, it's squeaky clean.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this shows you how important it is. Obviously, aside from the money and all that stuff, well, not aside from the money, to draft the right player. Like you got Caleb Williams or Chicago. I mean, the last probably the big ticket when they drafted KG. I'm sure they skyrocket. Now you get Anthony Edwards. It's like, hey, hold on, 2X now. This whole conversation is different.
Think about the Patriots.
Steph Curry.
Golden State, obviously,
Yeah,
they owe him billions of dollars, and I think everybody knows that. But you think about the Patriots. They go from being a team that never does anything to like one of the most profitable franchises in history because they have the Bill Belichick, Tom Brady run that is never going to be duplicated. And now the entire region is different.
Yeah,
because of it.
exactly.
That's what sports can do for somebody. That's
Almost
what
had
sports
to
can do
move.
for a place, I mean.
Patriots and Bob Kraft almost had to move. Like they were damn near going to go to Connecticut because they weren't going to give him the.
Does the NBA do the we're leaving time gig that the NFL does?
Seattle did, right?
Yeah, Seattle did.
Yeah, but do they do the
They
whole
don't-
song and dance where they take like a helicopter and scope out other
Leave in the middle of the night, you mean? Like that?
Whoa.
Yeah, like they don't
relax.
One team did that, okay, and that was for the good of Indianapolis.
It was.
That's right.
Go Colts.
I don't think
There was another story though, potentially Colts moving to LA.
Really?
Before Rams and Chargers go out there, there was it's always around stadium tax money.
Yeah, you got to float that out there, obviously, if you're trying to get a new stadium for your squad.
Yeah, I saw the headline where Jim Irsay took a helicopter ride over some plots of land over in Los Angeles, and then all of a sudden, we got Lucas Oil Stadium, and now the Colts don't own Lucas Oil Stadium. The city does, so if an AFC championship had to be played there, it couldn't be because there's a volleyball tournament that the city holds the rights to, but it's like, I wonder if the NBA people do. Glenn Taylor sounds like a guy that would fly a plane over some city somewhere.
So they don't own most. Do most of the NBA owners own the arenas? I know like MSG, Dolan does, but I don't know anyone else what their situation is.
So many of them are NHL and NBA, so I don't know how that would work.
Probably Live Nation Ticketmaster.
Well, and I think Minnesota's the Target Center, right? That's where they play. Or I know the baseball field is Target Field. I think it's the Target Center too.
That's a Tepper move if I've ever seen one.
I mean, that guy is. I'm pretty sure Kevin Garnett's refusing to get his number retired in Minnesota until there's a change of ownership.
Because of Glenn Taylor?
I'm pretty sure that is the.
Let's think about what else Glenn Taylor has probably done over the years. If this is what he's doing to Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, bingo.
I'm laughing just because that's not supposed to happen in real life. That's supposed to be movie. Let's get to a break. Just like Dan Orlovsky farting all over the place.
Bingo.
Also a movie.
He's a politician too.
Glenn Taylor's a politician? 82-year-old politician owns the team who
He's
backdoored
American
Alex Rodriguez at $600 million.
Billionaire business and politician.
Oh, and philanthropist, definitely. They put philanthropist.
Add that in there.
He's donated. I donated more than $2 million last year. How much does everybody else donate? I'm a philanthropist.
He was a state senator.
For Minnesota?
Yeah.
How's a state senator make that much money?
He's a businessman and senator.
He got his money and said, we need to change some things.
Oh, okay. I like that.
And they started writing contracts to other states. It was like, fucking gotcha.
Yeah.
Out.
This guy might be the greatest contract writer of all time. Nobody even knows. What does Glenn Taylor do all day? Well, he ties his big-ass fucking tie. He does his hair.
Yep.
And he writes contracts.
Harvard, too. Harvard MBA.
Oh, that is what he does.
Sounds about right.
That is what he does. Jeez Louise. Think about
He and
Alex.
Jesse Ventura get along? When Jesse was the governor, did they get along?
There was a chance the body was going to be a vice president.
Yeah.
People forget.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if Jesse the Body Ventura is going to make a surprise appearance at Mania.
There's a chance. There's a chance. He's a Philly guy.
Has he ever?
He's a Philly guy.
Buddy. Did you see what The Rock did to Cody Rhodes last night?
Holy hell.
Ooh. It's getting crazy. It's getting wild out there.
It was right in front of me.
I mean, him raising the Mama Rhodes.
The Cardillo weight belt. I've been saying Cardillo weight belt. I guess it's not that. I haven't heard exactly how you actually pronounce it, but I've seen all the comments on Instagram saying it doesn't matter how you pronounce it. It's still a Cardillo weight. I don't know if it's Dillo.
How many L's?
2 L's.
That's where I come
Sounds
from.
like
That's
Cardillo.
Dio.
That's every language I've ever been taught. 2 L's, I before it and an O afterwards. That is EO.
I guess unless it's an armadillo situation.
Which I guess Cardillo is potentially.
Yeah.
All we know is Cardillo makes the greatest weight belts out there. And The Rock's been using one to beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
Violent.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
So loud.
Boy,
I know the kids are crying.
Seth freaking Rollins, you can get
I don't
one
think
too.
it's sanctioned to do this. I mean, this is torture.
Sanction, he's the boss.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He's the final boss. He tosses it. And Roman Reigns.
Bloodline rules, AJ.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns now has 2 of the cleanest catches in wrestling. He just caught that belt one-handed, and then he caught a microphone from a beast incarnate standing on top of a tractor at SummerSlam, where he just casually catches it, winks at him, then throws it down.
Yeah, and those weren't slaps. Those were thuds. Those ones.
They were loud.
You can't. I mean, you can't hear it, but Rock keeps yelling, "Fuck that! Fuck that! Shut the fuck up! Fuck them!"
And then there was a ref trying to get back in to break it up. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Rock said.
He got some too. He got whipped.
Fuck over here, cameraman.
Cody Rhodes wasn't medically cleared to be there.
No, he wasn't.
So he signed up for this. And Seth freaking Rollins walked out and was like, I want to.
Bops the ref right here.
Hey, ref, I told you twice. Hey, boy. Hey, fuck that.
Get the fuck out of the ring, Stripes.
That's awesome.
Final boss.
That's my favorite part. That's the best part.
But the Rock got tossed over the commentary table.
I was going to say, there was
Almost
a second
got rock
there.
bottom.
Thought that rock bottom.
There was never a doubt.
I'm about done with Michael Cole being all.
Yeah.
What's his deal?
He's
I'll
a big
finish your story. Rock's your boss, Cole.
Yeah.
crybaby.
Rock fucking made you, Cole.
Cole's a
Crybaby.
wuss.
And now all of a sudden he's like, I want Cody. Okay.
Okay.
We all
And that's
love
what happens.
We all love Cody. Yeah, look at this mic catch. Boom. Give me that. Watch this.
Bang.
Boom. Is that the cleanest microphone catch
Yes.
of all time?
Cleanest wink, too.
I mean, great throw, too, by the Cowboy here.
Boom.
Boom.
Jeez.
Gotcha.
And that's why.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's why.
Right there.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, that is why. And I believe, if anything he said to us at Iowa is true, his body at Mania is about to be.
Yeah.
Imagine him and The Rock walking next to each other,
Oh
just being
my
like,
God.
same family, actually. Everybody can fucking eat shit.
I probably called that
bit of a
doc, by
size
the way,
advantage.
absolutely awesome.
What's that?
His doc.
Yeah, it was awesome. The cool thing about it is, like, once you hear the story, babyface, you listen to the doc, it's like, holy fuck, this is.
Fucking love this guy.
Jimmy and Jay talking about him really got me.
Yeah, Jimmy, Jay, and then you talk about his brother, his older brother.
Wait.
And I don't know if you heard, they cut a promo last night, and they were like, hey, this is our fucking company, pretty much. Like, their family has been with the WWF, WWE since way back. Like, the High Chief and the WWF have had a deal forever. And it's like, basically, that family's never left. Family's like, hey, whenever you're talking about this, you're talking about our fucking company, pretty much. We have run. And as they were saying that last night, I was like, yeah, kind of through every era, this particular family has had somebody at the top. Mm-hmm. So thank you to the Bloodline for the decades of entertainment.
Yeah, Jimmy and Jay Gumpy said he was talking on a
Jay too?
documentary. Was Jay more so like, fuck this guy? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it
Jay
sucks.
knows. Jay knows that he's main event Jay Uso because one reason.
Oh, okay. One reason. All right, okay.
Yeah. If you watch the doc, did you watch the doc?
No, I
Okay, Jay actually says he acknowledges the tribal chief.
And any of you Cody crybabies, watch the doc and we'll know why we don't care about your story.
Whole thing's
the
on Twitter.
Bloodline is the story.
I'll be honest with you, one part got me crying.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little emotion. I did not know I was signing up for a 2-hour doc.
Sure.
Yeah, someone posted the entire thing on Twitter.
Shout out X being able to just rip shit.
Pumped for that.
There's another account that just rips people's videos
Did
and
it
puts
today.
up as their own.
All the time. Did they?
How the fuck are they allowed to do that? There's a post-video thing. Everybody else has to do it, but except for this one fucking scumbag.
Someone should talk to Elon about that.
Yeah, there's a certain fart tweet.
Yeah,
that
somebody
got
should.
ripped.
They should.
Let's get him on the show.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, right.
Schefter does that sometimes too.
Yeah, for some shows.
But that's why we love him.
Yeah. The reason why
He doesn't credit? He doesn't give him credit or what?
for somebody that's made an entire business off of ripping other people's shit.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, putting it out of context, too, trying to fucking kill people. Yeah.
And
Real
that's not-
piece of shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not talking about P. Diddy.
No.
No Diddy.
Well, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
There's a lot, I guess, from what I'm learning.
Apparently, the kids are using it a different way.
What kids?
Are they?
Ladies?
Well, yeah, whose?
Well, I heard there's a lot of, because what I'm learning is that means a lot of things.
Yeah.
What a wild time.
No
Let's get to a break.
Where is he?
Somewhere.
He was on
Back
here.
Miami.
Huh?
He was
Miami.
dancing on his
Back
dock.
Miami, yeah.
So.
Yeah, but what videos are from now and what videos are
Exactly.
Yeah, are we sure that's
Exactly.
Did you get eyes?
No, I didn't see him with my own two.
Okay. Well,
from? You're down in Miami. Why don't you go find him?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're
Yeah,
at a
come
big
on,
party
D-Bud.
right now.
Yeah, you know the codes to his house. And
He's a
stuff.
big F1 guy, isn't he?
you and
Yep.
AB.
Nah, never seen him there. Never seen him at those races.
Did he?
Never seen P. Diddy there.
I think I did.
He was in your suite.
Yeah, him and Jay Leno, they were looking at cars.
Yeah.
And you were right after him.
Oh! no matter what happens with the whole thing, can't be going to Diddy parties.
No.
Okay?
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't think
Well, at
there's
first
going
they
to
were
be
saying-
many more.
No.
You could do a universe ball for that.
What if you had though?
Pressure. I want to
Would you admit it though? Let's say you did go. You just happened to go to some party. There's 500 people there, and you figured out Diddy was hosting. Say you did that 10 years ago. Would you tell people now? Would you say, "Yeah, I was there"?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Maybe wait
I don't
a
know.
couple
I think you
years.
got to get in front of it. You know, there's plenty of innocent people, I'm sure, that showed up.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while now. It makes me feel like you potentially know somebody.
Yeah, did you go
I'm
to
just
one?
no.
some
I'm
other
saying we don't know
parties, too.
anybody. We don't know anybody. So like when I vouch for people all the time. Oh, he's an awesome dude, and I want to say like, hey, if he turns out to be a pedophile, I don't vouch for him. Like I usually
Yeah,
we don't really know.
We do preface that in everything
Yeah,
we say.
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of have to because we don't know what anyone's doing.
From our interactions, we'd say, good to us.
Yeah. From what I know.
Yeah.
Like Orlovsky, if this were to happen to Dan in a couple years.
Farts on shows.
Yeah.
We like that. Oh, no. Guy hasn't made a shot in a few days. It's Mania week. Ball gonna fall.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You're, so locked in on wrestling.
Yeah.
That basketball and football, although we love them, it's not
Not a
it's
ton
not
of
Mania,
good
it's
basketball.
wrestling season.
That's the one.
And that's why we love them.
Oh.
See me step in that in rhythm.
That looked great.
Catch and shoot.
Yeah, do you want to pass? Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes that's just all it takes.
That's what
Yeah,
That's what we did.
that's a tough shot. That's not an easy shot right there.
That was a great
shot. Good shot.
Man, that feels good. All right, let's have a good end of the show here on the other side.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go take a dump.
Okay.
Use some dude wipes in the process.
You got it?
I'm telling you, AJ, are you
Yeah, of course I'm a fan of dude wipes, no question. But I'm not gonna lie, like watching you do and not a read for it, just talk about it was the greatest sales pitch. Like it was very real, very authentic.
Yeah.
And those dude wipes should be very happy.
Got a box of them.
Yeah.
We're very happy Dude Wipes has got on board.
So they're different sizes. Sees
Yeah.
XL.
This is the mega pack.
That's the Orlovsky box.
When you need to poop, just bring your dudes.
If you're middle of the day and you're doing a show
Oh, did he?
and you might shit your pants, get the mega pack.
I mean, they should put Ty's face on those.
Well, that's kind of
Right in
how
the
it
box.
started. Dude Wipe started commenting on all the tire moving, and then we let him know, like, hey, actual fans over here.
Oh, yeah. Been using wet wipes for 20 plus years.
See, that's incredible. I literally
Clogging
learned
all
about
the
it
pipes.
2009. No.
It actually doesn't.
Not dude wipes.
No, the
not
wet-
dude
wet-
wipes.
the
Dude.
other-
I'm
the
saying
other
the other, like the other ones.
Yeah,
they
that's why
cause
you
problems.
buy flushable wipes, you fucking novice.
Yeah.
Even those flushables don't.
No, RFA would not lie.
They wouldn't.
Well,
No, dude wipes has the
Reflushable
right material.
Alliance.
So I'm saying some of them are lying.
So we're trusting those 3-letter.
Yeah, of course.
RFA.
Conway,
bingo.
trust them
Yeah.
now.
I've been scarred
Here
too
you
many
go, Colin.
times by those 3-letter companies.
You have not seen the RFA.
No. Before dude wipes, I just wet a paper towel and then tried to flush that, which wasn't good. Dude wipes saved my life.
It's not good.
Saved your pipes,
The
too.
testimony right there.
Jeez, yeah.
Both pipes.
Amen, brother.
Yep.
I think
Like
it's.
I'm in church.
Here's a story right here on the bottom of the Dude Wipes.
Okay. Really? Here we go.
Back in the day, we found a dude out of our apartment in Chicago. We were so tired of dealing with dry toilet paper during the aftermath of a lunchtime burrito. Something needed to be done, so we created Dude Wipes to put you back on your game whenever nature calls. Shout out to the dudes doing that for all the other dudes out there.
Thank you,
Dudes aren't just male dudes.
No.
Nope.
No, dudettes.
Anybody that takes big old dumps will love Dude Wipes.
Yep.
Doodads, if you will.
Yeah, true.
Sure.
Testimony. Hey,
I know.
Dude Perfect has their own like slushy at smoothie at Smoothie King. They have like their own little thing.
So good.
I don't know if I would drink a
Tastes
Dude
like
White
toilet paper.
slush.
No, dude.
You're not supposed to. Dude Wipe slushies are not. Those are in the toilet.
We're talking about Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler and the purple hose.
Oh, those guys, gotcha.
Yeah, Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
I assume they're
Different
dude wiping their butt cheeks all
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
One
with,
ti- actually,
with
one
each other.
only they only use one wipe
Dude
too.
wiping
One
all
try.
over.
One try. Clean ass.
Let's get to a break.
Come on.
Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Might change their life. Let's take 5.
Ain't nothing Lady Grey can't handle.
Turn left onto 33rd Street.
They said to come to the loading dock. Yeah, they want to set up a shot, so they're gonna come out with cameras and like show that we're tailgating. Tailgate spot. U-turn? Is that what he's saying? We're just doing a U-turn. Want to move up?
And this guy tells Z, yeah, hey, just follow that car right down that way. And so we're thinking, okay, no problem.
Backing up.
So Z moseys on down this way and just fucking
God. Jesus Christ. I think it's stuck. Fuck. I fucking told you guys. Like, come on, dude.
Who told you to go through here?
These guys did.
Nah, you supposed to come through this shot, like right here. I didn't tell you to go through there.
You told me to
Yeah, right down this lane here.
Fuck.
It's a left side.
Come on, guys. Fucking A. I'll be looking out there. Oh, fuck.
So what you just heard was a RV that was clearly too tall for an awning that was hanging over. And Zito was going so fast in that the entire RV ended up under the awning.
Yep.
And it wasn't until they were all the way under that Zito said, "Oh, I think we're stuck." And at that moment, he puts it in reverse and rides back through all of it. And that's what the piercing sound of metal that you heard ripping through.
Fuck, wish we could do. Fucking dude. Did it fucking everything up there? The backside fucked too? How's it going, sir? Yeah. Yeah, they just keep fucking sending us through here.
I just sent somebody out, just hang tight, alright? Did you check the top?
It's destroyed.
Scratched up?
No, like the whole thing is. Oh, fuck.
Yeah?
Like, they're gonna fucking send me fucking through somewhere.
No, there's nothing. You good though? Everybody alright in there?
Yeah.
Stay calm.
Yeah, you're right.
Stay calm, kid. They told you to go through. You went through.
I am on the bus with the rest of the WWE roster driving by. There's 2 fire trucks, there's a cop, there's paramedics, there's quite a scene.
Fucking A. How's it going, sir? No, yeah, they sent me through, and I was just like, all right. Yeah.
And we're just rolling by going into the fucking MetLife Stadium, and I get a Corey Graves. Is that your RV?
Yeah, you guys hear about McAfee's guys drove a fucking RV into the arena? Into the arena.
That road to WrestleMania, man.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that's the furthest I've ever seen any vehicle get underneath that fucking awning. Look at the ladder on the back of the RV is almost fucking off.
Light bulbs are falling. The ceiling
God.
is made of styrofoam. There's styrofoam dust falling everywhere.
The air conditioning unit probably weighs like 250 pounds, and it's just laying up there. And we're like, what should we do with this? The guy's like, oh, it's a rental. You want to fucking take that with you? Trust me. You gotta be shitting. So eventually, he was like, yeah, actually, it's leaking a good deal of coolant. Why don't you just throw it down the fucking hill over there?
You know what? I mean, the damage is gone. I was over there. Who's left there at the action? I mean, it's Caroline.
Damage's already done. Just throw that thing down the fucking hill.
It was a good run. It was a good run. So we thought you were going to fire us all, going to be so pissed. And then we look at the group chat and you say, boys, the hashtag road to WrestleMania is not always a smooth one. Somebody send the RV agreement to Phil. And then in all caps with a quote, we took the roof off at the MetLife.
So I'm looking around. The cop's like, I was trying to explain to the cop, like this guy, and I'm like looking around, no one's there. And I'm like, shoot. And he was basically telling me it was supposed to be a $500 ticket. So he was like, but I brought it down at $85. But I was like, well, what do you mean? Like, it wasn't my fault. The guy told me to go. He was like, well, it was careless of you to go.
Let's get the fuck out of here. That was wild.
Absolutely insane.
All things considered, I think we're okay.
$85 ticket?
So what was the ticket for?
Careless driving. And I was like, is it careless fucking instructions?
I think it's low enough now. I want to make it on
Go, go, go.
Hey, we're good.
Appreciate you guys.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Danny Dumps Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Hour 3 of the program starts now. Sports are obviously what we chat about every day. We're incredibly lucky to do so. That's AJ Hawk. The Talks Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. 9-year NFL vet, UConn legend, Darius J. Butler is here. Good to see you. You look really cool, really cool. Joining us in a matter of moments is a man who we just talked to just yesterday. And he said some things that were cancelable for sure and certainly offensive to many, but we need him now to not talk about the sports, okay? Because we know he's not thinking about anything right now.
No way.
Yesterday, he dove in, learned about sports, really, and then went back to where he is. We need him to cast a vote because we are going to try to find out from friends of the program on what their thoughts are on the despicable acts of Dan Orlovsky's butthole in Hour 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of college football, Kirk Herbstreit.
Hey, Kirk. Oh.
Kirk, how you doing there, pal?
Oh, boy. Here we go. I'm just making sure I don't mess up the microphone this time.
Okay, where are you? I think we can see in your sunglasses you're not alone. I assume that is...
That's Allie. I better get Allie off the screen.
Allie, you look great. You look great. It was almost like we were talking to Allie, actually, there. She was center voter. Allie, you're doing great. Happy you're enjoying yourself. We apologize for interrupting a beautiful day there that you're having. Kirk, did you hear about what happened in Hour 1?
Yep. Nailed it.
I unfortunately did, yeah.
Allie's in your right eye now. No, as opposed to your left eye. Just want to let you know that you moved from one eye to the next. You did a great job.
Towards the ocean, Kirk.
You did a great
Towards
job.
the ocean.
There you are.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, sweet. Any of the kids are smoking any dope in the back there? Hopefully we will not see any of that. Herbie, we will run for smart.
Wow. There you go.
All right, there was Blake. Hey, this guy higher than me right now. We'll see. All right, Herbie. So we'll run the clip, and then we need you to vote. Okay? That's all we need out of you. There should be a minute or two max. Here's the clip from Hour 1 with Dan Orlovsky.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like
Okay. Did you hear it there at the end, Herbie? I know you're on a beach. It's probably a little breezy. Do you need to hear it again? What are your thoughts?
No. We've heard it like 10 times today. I don't think we need to hear it anymore.
Why are you watching the show? You need to not do that. You're on a beach with your lovely family. Did he fart? Was that a fart, you think?
It was definitely a fart sound. I've got too much. First of all, not that I would know anything about this, but what kind of car was he in? What kind of seat was he on?
Leather seat.
I think it's a Jeep.
A Jeep, yeah.
That was certainly a Jeep interior.
That then it's in play if it's a leather seat.
Bingo. That's as soon as I looked over his shoulder, I said, let's run the clip again. You'll see the leather seat. It's up there in the top. I don't know if the drapes matched curtains or whatever, but the top was leather. I would assume the bottom is the same. Let's run the clip one more time, Herb. We just need a vote.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
Okay. I mean,
every time.
Herbie, what are we even talking? What is it?
Those clothes are screwed.
What did AJ vote?
I mean, it's a fart all day long, Kirk. You know that.
Has anybody voted no?
Dan.
He's not going.
Did Shams?
Shams said it was a fart.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get mad if I vote no?
No. We'll never get mad.
I think Dan has too much couth to do that.
He farted on Monday Night Football, Herbie.
Yeah.
Well, play that one back. Let me hear that one.
Okay, we'll find it right now.
That's a good one, too. Yeah.
It's a good one because he holds a sneeze in, and while holding a sneeze in, he bends down, and the microphone actually points right at his butthole.
Yep.
And he farts right in on Monday Night Football. This is the biggest night of his life.
Yeah.
By far.
Swear to God.
No.
This is kind of his thing now.
This is his, and he said,
No way he did. No way he did that.
if that happens, then you'll say what about this whole?
Dan's too classy for that.
Wow.
Okay, we'll see. Here's the video we believe. We're not 100% sure.
A big reason why your quarterback is the most indefensible quarterback in the NFL. Now, the big...
There it was.
Did you hear it?
Did not hear that one.
It was a low rumbler. He wasn't on the leather seat. Listen to it one more again. You could hear it. You could hear it. This guy's cheeks are clapping.
Why? Your quarterback is the most indefensible quarterback in the NFL. Now, the big...
Right there.
Boom.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Did you hear
The
it?
big change is the...
No, I did not.
It's because you're high on a beach.
He's team no.
Yeah,
He's team no.
He's team no.
All right, so you're saying not a fart. It's okay. You're on Dan Orlovsky.
I'll be the captain of Team No today.
All right. Dan will appreciate that.
He will.
Yep.
Way to go to bat for your teammate out there at ESPN. Ladies and gentlemen, live from a beach, Kirk Herbstreit.
Thank you, Kirk.
Yeah, boy, Kirk.
I do like that. He said, I'm not some puppet.
No, he's not.
Okay, it sounded like a fart. Dan has farted before on TV. But I'm not just going to automatically believe the guy shit his pants on the show.
Respect it.
I do respect that. That's why Kirk Herbstreit's Kirk Herbstreit. That's 3 decades, not just riding a wave.
Analyzing.
Yeah.
We'll see what Nick Saban says next, right? Does Zeke have him dialed up?
Funny enough.
Not a bad idea, actually. I don't know if we have his contact. I've been hearing that he's been answering text messages and emails and stuff.
He is.
First time ever.
It's very honest.
Sent his first.
I don't think I've...
You got one?
Did you email him?
One. I don't know if I have his email or his number. I don't.
You think he says "I" in text message?
Probably.
You think he uses voice to text?
Maybe.
Definitely.
So then his phone's like, what the fuck is
Yeah, he
that?
definitely does.
Wait on AIGHT. Is that?
He's bad.
I.
All right, nails it.
Voice to text, the olds do that.
Oh, yeah.
The olds do a lot of that. I think my dad's a big voice to text.
My mom
Yeah, set
swears
with
by
Siri.
it.
I do it in the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it learn your voice? Does it learn to not have so many mistakes? Because every time
It's
I've ever
terrible.
tried,
It sucks. It actually is probably more dangerous for me to go back and fix some of the text.
Yeah, but Foxy, we know you're one of the worst drivers to ever sit behind a wheel in the history of cars.
Good driver. Never been in an accident
that
before.
too.
Knock on wood.
Shout out.
That doesn't mean.
What does that mean? Have you
What's that?
caused any
That's
others?
driving.
This guy's blind. This guy's blind
Really?
driving a car.
That's also true.
I didn't know that until I was sitting passenger seat.
You have contact?
And we're in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
And I had a few beers.
What?
So I can't drive. And Foxy's just turning right down the wrong lane.
Yeah,
At a red light. I'm like, we're over here, buddy, on the right side of this whole thing.
It was
What?
dark out and it was raining, so I can't see a single thing.
But he started that engine, put that
Even
thing
with
in
your
D.
contacts?
Oh yeah, I get my eyes checked every single year.
And what does it say? It's getting worse?
No, they just give me different contacts.
You get LASIK?
I could, yeah. I'm a candidate. For
Candidate.
that.
So if they give you different contacts, that means your eyes are getting worse?
Probably.
I don't know.
They like at
So you don't even do the whole flip of the thing?
Do the whole thing.
They say, does it look better now or now? How about now? And they flip through like 40 different things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're telling you your eyes are getting worse, kid. That's what they're
Isn't
saying.
that all relative?
To your eyes before, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be how something would get worse, I think. If that's
He's a sweet boy.
Foxy,
They don't have
you're
the heart
better
to
than
tell
what's
him. They
happening
just
right
give him
now.
a new pair and say, hey, you're going to wear these now.
No, they're the same.
the
They're the same.
fucking
Go for
blind
your
kids back.
lollipop.
Hey, listen, you need LASIK, okay, for the good of everybody.
The nice blind kids.
Yeah, I'll get it someday. It's on the list.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The company would like to gift you
That means
a LASIK surgery.
Okay. That's a great deal.
That's a very good deal.
That's awesome.
I like that. Thank you.
No problem. It's mostly a selfish move because I'm going to be in a car that you're going to be driving again one time, and I would like that to be a comfortable experience as opposed to, oh, fuck, I had a beer and now I'm going to die, which happened numerous times down there in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, I just can't. It's like the lights are all like really bright, like the rays come out, and I just can't see a single thing.
Yeah. He was hitting the gas pedal.
So you're like legit blind.
That's what they call faith, taking the first step of the stairs without seeing the rest of it. That's Foxy's driving.
Just take the wheel.
Yeah.
Boy.
It was great.
So LASIK will fix that.
Yes.
I would fuck.
That's what it does.
You would hope.
Right?
Good news.
You got to do anything.
That's what contacts are supposed to do, right?
Yeah, but contacts still have you still see the halo around lights, right?
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
especially at
That's
night.
the problem.
After wearing them all day at night, yeah, they get sticky.
This
They'll
isn't a
pop in and
LASIK show. Like LASIK hasn't sponsored us, but I got LASIK and I was
Is
blind.
that halo around the light? What do you mean halo around lights? What do you mean?
Like every light, whenever I had bad eyes. I had bad eyes. I had contacts. I put contacts in for like 6 months straight, never took them out. That's also not good for your eyes, from what I've been told. But also, who wants to fucking take them out?
Sure.
I ain't got time. I'd like to see
not
things
me.
when I
Right.
wake up and piss in the middle of the night. Well, the contacts, like every light is actually 2 lights because you have the light and then you have the halo light around it, so you don't see lights clearly. Like light is like light, so that blurs things up too. So then I get LASIK. Next morning, your eyes are like fucking superhero eyes. I walked into the Colts facility and I looked up at the ceiling. I was like, wow, this is a really nice place because I'd never seen the ceiling because the lights just took up the whole space in this entire thing. So I would punt, hit the ceiling, had no idea what I was hitting. I could hear the sound but couldn't see it because the lights were just so blurry. So I walked in there the next day and I was like, damn, this place is nice. You guys,
good.
Thanks,
got a
Jim.
good fucking place. Man, I've been denting. Okay, all right, I've been pounding this roof in this entire thing. It was like overnight. LASIK changed everything for me. But now I'm learning. I'm gonna have to fucking do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to do it again?
All right.
How long
Lasts for
does it last?
15, 20 years. I mean, come on now.
I hope.
Enough.
Yeah, if it lasts. It's going to be tough for me to sign back up for it, though. They tape your fucking eye open, and then...
When your eyes revert
Probably gotten
back.
a little bit better and quicker now, though, don't you think?
Yeah, but that's literally...
what you guys see?
That's like contacts. Yeah,
that's it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you should not be driving, Foxy.
Well, I often think that, and I think about old people that are driving that like
Well, they
literally
shouldn't be
cannot
driving
see, and
either.
I'm like, man, that's tough.
Yeah, that's what contacts... Now, not everybody's like that. I was like this, though, with
Yeah.
lights. Lights were like a thing.
Yeah, so now picture if it's raining and there's so much more reflections
Jesus.
because of that.
Get off the road.
He was trying to get off the road through the other lane. It was phenomenal.
Good driver though, just can't see.
I was pretty... I was
get
pretty
the tactical glasses though.
Yeah, the yellow ones.
Yeah, those are for night.
Yeah, but I don't think yellow ones are probably good for people that are 20/20, not for people with contacts.
Yeah, you can just add a yellow filter to that. You would still see all that.
Yeah, it was a wild time. You should do that though, Foxy. Legit, it'd probably make your life a lot easier.
It's on the list.
What else is on the list?
Yeah,
Get better at golf. He's playing 27 holes.
Get better at golf. That's my New Year's resolution.
He's already good.
But the LASIK will probably
better
help with that.
Yeah,
True.
True. Good point.
What if he gets worse when he starts seeing the ball?
Oh, that'd be great.
That would suck. That'd be tough to look in the mirror. Well, I'm actually seeing when I'm in and I go worse. All right, can I go back to being blind? Give me those drunk glasses. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
The goggles?
They used to put you on it like in class.
Yep.
This is what it's like. Now imagine driving with this, and everybody's like, all right, let me see what I can do with these things.
2 beers. Let's go up to 8 beers.
Yeah.
Different time now.
Yeah.
Kids can't do that. You know, Uber, though. Uber,
Fantastic.
They don't.
what a game changer. People were driving a lot more drunk than they would ever lead on back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah. And
People didn't even think about it. Like, there's a generation where they never thought about like getting a DUI, or they never thought about how they were getting home.
yeah, Glenn Taylor's generation.
Yeah.
They had 2 beers in the truck as they were driving home. And like, yeah, what are we talking about? Well, you shouldn't be driving impaired. Impaired. Have I had 14 beers?
Yes. Makes me a better driver.
What are we talking?
Papa needs his medicine.
Uber, though, has come through. That's why it's like unacceptable, seemingly, at this stage. You know, like, can't be drunk driving. There's answers now. You got answers everywhere. They need to figure out an app, though, that drives people's cars home.
Yes.
You know, they've been trying to work on that for a while. That's the final boss of saving DUIs forever. It was a fucking reckless time on roads back in the day.
reckless out there. And people are just signing up for it. Thank God Uber and them came along.
Yeah, like there's that video. It's like a minute or a minute 30 of them telling people back in the 70s or 80s, whenever it was, like, hey, you're not allowed to drink and drive anymore. And the reaction from people is just so disgusted, as if you're taking like their right to breathe away from them.
And I know people out in big cities are like, we've had taxis and stuff like that. Like, that was not real in a lot of cities. Taxis were like the least reliable things of all time. But then also, when people are driving in some of these places, like, there's no other cars on the road for a long time. So these farmers, you're telling,
bingo,
hey, you're not allowed to do it. Okay. Roll up my window. You keep talking to yourself, pal. I'm going to take this right down this road here.
I fucking own all of this, so.
I'm allowed to drink on my property? Okay. Well, that's not happening. Yeah. That's legit. And now it does feel like everybody. That's good. We've done good.
Yeah.
Nobody ever talks about that.
Evolution of mankind.
Progress. Good progress.
That's good. We've got better as a society at that, I think. Now, there's still assholes, obviously, that are going to drunk drive, and it's like, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason to do that. You're putting everybody's lives at risk for no reason, including your own. But, like, back in the day, we need to celebrate these things.
Absolutely.
We got better.
We did.
Humans got better.
Shout out technology.
Shout out humans, too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Inventing it.
All right.
I mean, that Uber story.
Let's call Michael Cole and get his take on it, because he went to journalism school. If Lombo's available, we should call Lombo as well to get his take on it all. I'm sure he'll be very fair.
Biased.
Yeah, it's 1-1 right now. Shams, yes. Herbie, no.
What's Herbie's deal? What is he got his wife for one thing to the next, and then
that was hilarious.
You nailed it, Herbie. It's coming to fucking die,
dude. It is.
People are freaking out here in Ohio. People are like acting. Yeah.
I mean, looking at the
acting what?
Like it's something crazy's coming. Is it tornadoes or what? Or just thunderstorms? Like, I know we've had a ton of rain. Things are flooding, but what else?
I think you guys 4 or 5 severe weather level.
Kentucky, Ohio, yeah.
There's a flood warning
West
now.
Virginia
There was a flood watch.
West Virginia had a big tornado today.
Tornado in West Virginia?
Charleston.
Wow, it's southern West Virginia. That's where the capital is. You know, normally with all the mountains and stuff, tornadoes, are these things getting stronger, or they just pop up out of nowhere? Or?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think we need to worry about a tornado here today, but, a lot of places around here, I think, are
70 degrees today, 38 degrees tomorrow. Normally that means what?
Cold.
Yeah, big cold front coming in. But 70, though, you're not seeing a whole lot of tornadoes at 70 degrees.
No, but I'm saying it
changes
cold.
quick, though. It changed quick from here. It was hot earlier today. It's already cooled down a lot and gotten dark. And
isn't that what a nadir is, though?
It is, but in my experience in Iowa, dealing with tornadoes and tornado watches and warnings all the time, 70 is just too cold. You get up to like 80, 85 in that range. Like we're definitely in tornado territory, but 70 is just, it's not quite.
All right, well, everybody be safe out there. Okay, everybody be safe out there. We have some breaking news on gambling odds. Number 2 overall pick has had some activity on who's going to go at the NFL draft. This NFL draft, we will be live in Detroit. We cannot wait for the draft spectacular. We'll have biggest show yet.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Biggest show yet. That's no bullshit.
Nope.
By far.
Yeah. That's going to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyways, let's move along. Who's going to get drafted in number 2? Because we all assume Caleb Williams, who is at a minus 5,000 on ESPN Bet.
That's correct.
But you can find him at
minus 8,000 if you shop around.
Okay, you can find him at minus 8,000 if you want to get worse odds.
Yep.
At ESPN Bet, he's currently minus 5,000. In everybody's eyes, okay, Caleb Williams has checked all the boxes. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick to the Chicago Bears. Congrats to him. Congrats, Chicago.
Hell yeah.
Now, the number 2 overall pick, as of today, Jaden Daniels minus 135. Drake May also becoming minus 110. Okay, so they got 2 people in like favored odds. What does that mean? Oh, that means that the books have no fucking idea. They're hearing the same things that we're hearing. Is Jaden Daniels going to go number 2 because Jaden Daniels won the Heisman? A lot of people love him. But how about Drake May? He's seemingly big, strong, has the capability to be a long-term quarterback. You see Josh Allen year 1 versus year 5? That's what we're talking about with Drake May. Do you want the next Josh Allen or do you not? Everybody can make a case for all of these quarterbacks to potentially go. But number 2 seems to be heating up a little bit.
It's Monday's odds.
What's that?
Those are today's.
That says as of April 1st there. Yeah. It is April 2nd. Foxy's digging in real close there with his eyes.
I see it now.
Yeah, those are.
Nonetheless, number 2 overall is where the action is. It is where we can beat the draft. It is where we can beat the sports books.
Hell yeah.
It is where we can take advantage because they don't know shit about fuck just like us. That is the big advantage we have here.
Oh yeah, and it feels like these moves, at least from last year, like the number one pick. This is kind of the number one pick odd movement that we were getting last year with Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. This one's up in the air as a Patriots fan. Unbelievable. This is incredible. But again, I would probably get Jaden Daniels now while it's minus 135 before it goes to 200, 300, 400, and then eventually walk.
You think Jaden Daniels locked in number 2?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, is that because you want that to happen, or
No, that is not because I want that to happen. That is just strictly because of, like, for a team like the Commanders and the Patriots, you probably want the guy that can play right away, right? Just because then you have the face of your franchise and he becomes hopefully that dude that you can build around and everything like that, and you get an extra year on that rookie deal. Like for Drake May, you're not really getting a 5-year or 4-year rookie deal, right, to build around him if he's not playing the first year.
I mean, allegedly. I mean, that's what
allegedly. Yeah. It's
Nobody
just
has
based on
any idea what's going to actually happen.
Yeah, I'm just basing what
Probably
people who know what they're talking about versus me.
Probably going to play his rookie year.
Yeah, that's how this works.
He
Especially
goes top
4.
4, yeah. Yeah.
At some point, you're getting thrown out.
Yeah.
And everybody said not the right move.
Yeah.
Everybody said if you could just give this guy some time to work on some fundamentals, kind of learn the NFL a little bit more, become his best available quarterback, he'll be a star.
Oh, yeah.
But there's going to be a GM who says, yeah, we took him top 3, and an owner going to go, didn't we end this the...
You're not trotting Mariota out there also.
Here's from Bruce Brown. Jaden Daniels goes from minus 160 to minus 135. Drake May goes from plus 160 to minus 110. April 2nd, 2024. That's today. So there's movement. People thinking Drake May maybe going to go number 1.
Yeah. The draft experts, the people that do the mock drafts, like literally second and third is split 50-50 whether between those two quarterbacks. I don't think anybody knows who's going 2 and 3.
All right, well, hopefully we'll get some good money on that. I just like action.
Yeah,
Love
exactly.
action.
It'll be
On that
Jaden.
movement, on that. What's that?
It'll be Daniels.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it'll be him. He's
The odds tell us that is not. Just want to let you guys know what just happened. What at PMS odds there put out. That means like, wait a minute, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
like Connor said, get that while you can.
There was a point last year where Bill
I didn't
Levis
say
was
that, by the way.
going
That
number
was
1.
just the people who know what they're talking about saying.
No,
I'm
you
just
said I heard
reiterating.
No, but you said it. You said it as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah, you reiterated because you retweeted. You believed. You believed in that.
Well, they know more. I mean, I'm not looking into this.
You're on a little bit of a heater too. You're winning.
Yeah.
You're seeing the board well.
Yeah, kind of in college women's basketball, not in anything else. But
No, you had
Still seeing
Edie.
the board, yeah.
You had Edie having a.
true.
You had
ED
him.
Connect. Yep.
You had him seeing it. Caitlin Clark 40 last night. You said no
That
problem.
was a layup. You mentioned it. The personality thingy. We knew how she was gonna.
No,
react.
40 was a lot. 40 was a lot.
Yeah,
It was good odds.
most you could bet. I would have bet 50 if I could.
Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe next round though against Buckets.
Hopefully.
Gino didn't even recruit her.
That's gonna be a 9-3 game. I think you bet on the 9 3-pointers again. Maybe even 10. Set the record.
Okay.
She shot 20 of them, so yeah.
When last night?
Yeah, 9 to 20.
9 to 20.
Pretty good odds. It's a good fall.
Yeah.
She's so quick with it. Just so. Think about the amount of hours.
Oh.
You know,
automatic.
to get that, the amount of hours of just doing this.
The amount of shots. Like, how many millions of shots has she taken?
And she's not the only one. Obviously, there's been a lot of great shooters that have come through basketball. But we need to recognize the amount of fucking work that goes in to just become a muscle memory action that you don't even have to think about. That's hours and hours and hours and hours. When other kids your age are going and doing things that are probably a lot more fun, you know, a little bit more free, lack of pressure. She's in her driveway, just putting up shot. Sun goes down, can't see shit, shot. Oh, friend's having a birthday party. I got to put up 500 shots first. Hey, how about in college? You want to go hang? Nah, sorry. Bang, shot. So in the Elite Eight, whenever she has an opportunity against a team to beat her in the national championship last year and talk shit to her, she can drop a quick 41 and it just falls. That's what you do it for. That's why you run all them hills.
Exactly.
That's why you lift all them weights.
That's right.
It's for these moments. She's living up to the hype. It is awesome. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Okay? Oh, Hassan Reddick, Jets.
Yeah.
They're going. Huh? That's what it feels like.
Great pickup.
They have to.
Love
Huge pickup.
Salah knows, right? If this doesn't work.
He's out.
Douglas knows.
Yep.
This doesn't work. They're done. Huge pickup, bringing in Reddick to join that defense that is stacked.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Literally stacked out there. Are the Jets going to be real contenders this year? Are the Jets going to make a run? Are the Jets the team
that people should be scared about in the AFC? How's Aaron Rodgers feeling? AJ Hawk? How's he feel about this? Because Diana Rossini is reporting Aaron still has a hand in every decision that's being made. So if they win, is this guy GM of the year, as well as potential comeback player of the year, as well as potential MVP of the year?
Potentially.
Is he executive of the year, Aaron Rodgers? That's what Rossini's saying. Rossini's plugged in over there, too, by the way. Remember New Jersey? She knows the area. She knows people. Aaron Rodgers is in on every single move that is being made, is what she is reporting. We don't know if that's true or not, but how about the Jets fans? Jets fans got to be back to excitement levels that they hadn't seen since, last offseason, maybe September 11th when he jogged out with that flag.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they absolutely should be excited. But guys like Greeny, are they just very cautious about how excited they will let themselves become before this year because of what happened last year?
Once they get closer, and once there's a slow-mo video of Aaron.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
One touchdown in practice that they show from OTAs or something.
Mike Williams going up and making an absurd one-handed catch.
And he's going to go, this is what we need.
Yep.
That whole thing.
And then week 1.
What?
Week 2, maybe week 3, week 4. Something will happen.
No, it won't.
I'm betting on the Jets to win, but something will. Always happens.
Speaking of something happening and always happening, joining us now, journalist from The Athletic who covers the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mark Kaboly. Hey, go Bulldogs, sweet hat. Love what you're doing here, Mark. It's 2:42. How long have we been awake today?
I've been up since like 6:30, but I got 2 naps in. So
2?
It's like my daughter Mackenzie. She's turning 11 months in 2 days. She takes a couple naps before 2:42 as well. That's a good cycle I think you're on. They say we will return to diapers someday. I can't wait for that. Seems like you're already there. Kaboly, speaking of diapers, a man shit his pants on our show. I don't know if you heard this. We need you to do a tie-breaking vote. Is that okay?
that sounds good to me.
All right, we'll run the clip, and then you tell us if Dan Orlovsky shit his pants or not on our show. Go ahead, run it, please.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
What do you think?
There's no doubt. I mean, that's unquestioned. I mean, I like how he just kept on going right there. To use a Western PA term, he better go check his gutchies after that.
Yeah, he needs to red up a lot of things in his life. That guy, he needs gum band maybe to tighten that butthole up to, because he, when he was talking, he didn't even break stride as that thing came out. He went and got the buggy, went to the store, grabbed some dude wipes to wipe those ass cheeks, just like I assume you do as well, Kaboly.
Yeah, you know, I've been on the dude wipes for a while. Nice. I just call them baby wipes, but, you know, I have a technique that's... I think you got to go wet, dry, wet. If not, you're risking swamp ass. So you need to do. I think that's been
pushing around.
I mean, you guys can tell that when you talk, you can't hear him. He's in the middle of batting a fucking 1,000 right now, and you guys are getting your jokes off. Okay,
come on, guys,
save it till the end.
I didn't know.
You had to have known. We've been here 6 years. It's the same thing every time. He has his phone like this. You think Kaboly knows? He's got his phone like this. So anytime we make noise, it goes down into the table, into the one thing. It mutes him. We can't hear the magic. Kaboly was saying something about a car wash of an ass wipe. Sounds like, is that what you meant?
Great technique.
No, you have to go dry, wet, dry. Toilet paper, wipe, toilet paper. If not, you're really risking the rest of the day having the swamp ass.
Why are you starting with dry, though? Shouldn't you go in there with a wet, maybe? Kind of loosen?
No, because that makes it too messy. You have to get the bulk out first, then clean it up with the wet, then finish it off with the dry.
Good Lord.
Oh, so it's like a pat down at the end almost. Like you block that
Yeah.
shit.
You don't want, well, maybe people of my size have more issues with the old swamp butt more than others, but you have to make sure you're pretty dry down there as you proceed with your day. And, you know, Dan Orlovsky, man, he got to accept that, man. He got to wear that with a pride. I mean, one thing that really bothers me when people do not take credit for it. You know, if somebody says, oh, that was you that farted, I get upset when it wasn't me. I'm like, no, when have I ever not claimed it when it was mine? So
yeah, you're
he
right.
should claim it. He should claim it.
Kaboly, you're known to, you know, when you decide to take over a room, your butt, yeah?
Well, you know, some people might have some stories from time to time about that, but I'm not at liberty to say right now of taking over a room with some of my flatulence.
Sometimes you got to Kaboly them out. You know what I mean?
That's right. Amen.
Some people don't deserve to stand amongst the greatness, and that is certainly what we're lucky enough to do every time we call you. Thank you for taking time today and being the deciding vote, Mark.
I appreciate the opportunity to be that deciding vote.
Is that the Butler Bulldogs there?
Nah, it's actually the 7-year-old kids or 6-year-old boys, 8 and under team, the Portview Bulldogs, which is just a ripoff of the Butler Bulldogs.
How's the team? Pretty good?
Oh, the team's great. My kid, well, there's some work to be done.
Jeez. He's young. He's got a good work ethic, though. I can sense it, right?
Dad?
Oh, of course. But, let's hope that the athletic ability catches up with his size quickly, because he's a big boy, but I think he struck out 29 straight times last year, but who's counting?
29 straight. He still stepped in the batter's box, so it sounds like he's a mental giant.
Yep.
Sounds like he's a mental giant. You're saying he's a big guy. Do we do this? Do we got him past that yet?
Oh, he was playing some 3 technique a couple months ago. I think that's where it's at, more defensive line than offensive line.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Respect.
Good athlete.
Yeah.
He's swimming.
Violence.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald rather than,
Yeah. Pittsburgh greats in the middle. Aaron Donald, Lil Kaboly. All right. We appreciate you, man. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Kaboly. People at WWE who watch our program now because they travel a lot during the day, so we're on the planes. People that I wouldn't expect to watch our program do watch our program. I'm at catering last night. Some suit comes up to me. Kaboly's a star.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that. He goes, superstar. You need to know that. Thank you. And he just walks off. Then The Miz comes over. Who's this Mark Kaboly guy? Always on the show.
Always see him.
Always on the show. Who is he? How do we know this guy? Miz goes on a full Miz routine. Because we're booking this Friday at WWE World. Got Triple H coming on. We got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes coming on.
What?
Michael Cole is guest hosting.
Oh.
I do believe Logan Paul is coming on.
Whoa.
Sweet.
Ooh.
I think Rhea Ripley will be stopping by.
Mommy.
I think. So there's the billboard here. It's growing and building as the bookings coming together. And Miz goes, "Am I on the show?" I'm like, "Do you want to be on the show, Miz?" He goes, "Do you want me on the show?" I was like, "Miz, we always want you on the show."
Of course.
He goes, "Well, how come I'm not on the?" He wants to be on the billboard.
Look it up.
Yeah.
So
We gotta
Connor
get him on there.
Connor gave him a full. There's like a shadow one.
Yeah, like a surprise.
That's you. You're a surprise. He goes, "I'm a surprise. Am I a surprise?" I'm like, "Miz, it'll be a good surprise. You come on. I think I should be on the."
Please.
So Miz might be on the show Friday, is what I'm saying. He sounds like he's booking himself on the show, but we will be happy to see the Miz. He goes, "I'm not Bert Kreischer, am I?" I'm like, "Jesus." Jeez,
You
you
should
gonna
be
show up
using-
drunk?
Whoa.
Are you
You should be lucky.
gonna show up drunk? Is that what you're gonna do? How about Bert and Tom Segura just rolling through Radio Row?
CJ Stroud.
So,
I mean,
what is this?
Bert said he got in a fight with his wife like at 4 a.m. because he took out a big marker or something. And it sounded like he was telling the truth. Like, yeah, he was reeling.
He did. Did he do 50 push-ups? That kind of got lost in the.
He did at least 4. I think he did 40 or 41 or something.
Everybody's talking about this drunk white shirtless CJ had no idea who he was. CJ talking shit, obviously, beautiful moment. A lot of people saying, "Hey, Bert, come on." It's CJ's moment. CJ didn't get to talk a lot. But from Bert's standpoint, like drunk having a good time, hey, do what you got to do. He did I think 50 push-ups.
Yeah.
You got to remember, he claims to have that Mickey Mantle gene. When it's go time, he can show up.
Claims? You son of a bitch. We've seen it.
I saw him my own 2 eyes. That was impressive.
Well,
At
CJ
least
actually
40.
said, though, hey, you didn't do any push-ups. None of those fucking counted. So.
Muscle hamster.
He did.
He did call him a
Did
muscle
call him
hamster. All right.
Compliment.
Let's get the hell out of here. What a day.
Great
Awesome day.
There's a whole new gate that has entered sports. Fartgate is what they're calling it.
One day closer to.
Are they saying Dan Farlovsky?
I saw that. I saw a lot of that.
No.
I don't like that.
Danny
Don't get that started. Don't let the people run
Dumping
with that.
Dan
Yeah.
Orlovsky.
Yeah, Danny Dumps. I saw Dan Farlovsky.
Saw Pooplovsky.
Oh my God. We don't know if he pooped. If he did poop, he should use dude wipes.
Yeah.
People assumed because the sound.
Because it did sound wet. It sounded like there's a little crack in it.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could get my wipers to make a fart sound like that. My kids would crack up every day, but there's no way it can make such an authentic fart sound.
Well, they wouldn't be able to hear it because you're fucking banging poop in my fingernails.
Hey, have you heard this? Have you heard this happy song that they made?
I don't think so. Who?
Genius.
Who made it?
Pharrell?
Genius. I don't know. Somebody who just understood how to work this entire game. That is a good song.
I have heard
I'm
that.
excited to learn if we're allowed to be a fan of his or not. I assume yes.
He's a vampire. He crosses into different realms. It doesn't count.
I hope. And that's all, people say because he looks so young, obviously.
There's photos from 1776. But
No, there's a song called, of course. There's a photo of me, too.
Yeah.
I'm protesting beer, I think, back in the day. It looked like a very young version.
Saw that.
That was pretty awesome. Good for me out there. Shout out to Mutt Me, too. Still doing his thing. I forget where I was heading with Orlovsky.
Happy. The happy
Oh,
song?
yeah, Baby. So it's like a baby song. And it just makes all the noises that babies get distracted by.
Ooh.
So, like, Sam drives with Mackenzie in the back or whatever, daily. And then on the weekends, I'm in there doing the entire thing. She'll be, like, a little bit uncomfortable or whatever, or crying. Then this happy song is just like a baby laughing in the back, like a little laugh, see if the baby catches on. Then all of a sudden we got a plane sound, and then it's like another happy laughing song, and then like a tambourine comes in, and it's like a pretty good song. And I'm like, oh, this is genius. Just all the distractor sounds that a baby needs, and she'll finally catch on to one, and it was immediate.
Yeah.
I'm like, this song's got to have 10 billion plays by parents that find this in the car. It was
repeat.
It was genius. I don't think we should play it. Genuinely, I do not think we should play it on this program. It is genius. Yeah, you just put that. We listened to that fucker 8 times straight to get all the way to the place, and all she was doing is like kicking her feet in the back. Oh, yeah. She was just so like that. I'm like, that's brilliant. Glenn Taylor probably made that.
Yeah. Shout out.
Probably made that. 40 million views on the video.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh yeah. You look at any of those. Coco Melon.
Oh,
most
is that the tree? Purple.
It's like it looks like a little like TV with a watermelon shell around it, but it's all like just nursery rhymes with like a little baby. Like that thing is just.
I'll tell you what, Bluey.
Bluey, yep.
When Bluey's intro song comes on, immediate stop from Mackenzie. Look at that Australian dog doing his thing.
Yep.
Coco Melon is like the most streamed Netflix thing ever. And I think not just Netflix, like streaming show of all time.
If you find an answer, I think parents will be like, yep, it works. Let's do that again.
Oh, yeah.
Billions.
Pupstruction's a good one. There's a lot of good.
Yeah. Rafi.
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's big business, I assume, around distracting babies.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I learned from the happy song. I was just like, I was listening to all the noises they had in there. I'm like, so they just went into a studio and we're like, yeah, we're going to create a cheat code here. Just
do it all.
Every fucking distractor. If we make it sound anything like a song, we got every baby forever. And it's like, it worked.
They did it.
Is it called Happy?
The happy song.
Oh, okay.
I think it's what it's called, the happy song.
They all come from the GOAT, Barney.
I loved Barney.
Well, another one where we should.
What?
From what we know of Barney, from the show Barney.
Oh no! Tell me.
Believe Barney
happened with
was
Barney?
a real piece of shit.
What?
The guy.
The guy
I
that
don't
wore
even
the
know.
suit?
Don't even tell me.
Yeah.
What'd he do?
I believe the
What
guy who
happened?
wore the suit was a real sack of bones.
I don't know about that. Barney?
Yeah, Connor's very right on this one.
Oh, next you're going to tell me the Power Rangers have some stuff that has
I
happened?
am sure the Power Rangers
Well,
have
the
some
one
stuff.
guy who was at the Green Ranger fucking killed his roommate with a katana. You remember that?
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tweaking or something.
Next you're going to tell me a Boy Meets World is something happened to them?
Galfini.
Well,
Some Nickelodeon
Certainly not
situations out there.
Topanga, I'll tell
one
you
of
that much.
the redheads later on who lives with Corey's older brother. She's a porn star now. So
Well, okay, Screech to, rest in peace.
that's Saved by the Bell, not Boy Meets World.
No, I know, I'm just saying that whole genre. There's
Yeah.
multiple porn stars that went into the game. Where's Lisa Turtle?
Good question.
Hooked on an infant.
Lark Voorhees, I think that's her real
That was
name.
one episode.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't Lisa Turtle either. It was the,
was the
Jesse Spann.
yeah.
Yeah, what was her deal on those caffeine pills?
Yeah.
So excited.
She's excited. Very excited.
Have you ever seen the Zach Morris's Trash?
Oh, boy.
What is it?
That's a collection of videos basically showcasing that Zach Morris might have been a piece of shit right in front of her eyes.
Not good.
I don't
On
like
the
it.
show?
Yeah, I don't like it at all because every day before school, me, Zach, AC, the boys,
Of course.
we hung out. But then the way they ripped some of those clips about Zach Morris right in front of our faces, we seen it. He was saying bad things, AJ.
I didn't plain sight.
He was saying bad.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out because I do not recall.
Zach Morris is trash. There it is. Great hair though. Fucker had great hair.
He still looks good now.
Damn right. He looks younger than Jean-Paul Juke.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Nailed it.
You want the pass?
Jean-Paul Luc Gosselaar.
I can make my own shot.
Lopez hasn't aged either.
AC Slater?
he's
Every hotel is.
Every
He's
hotel.
unbelievable.
You probably see him a lot, I assume.
Well, not in this one here, but most like regular, like a Marriott or something like that, he's going to be on.
Talk about being photographed with people. Mario's been photographed with everybody.
I mean, his face is
It always-
stapled to the back of his head. It looks like it.
He looks so good.
He does.
Remember, I saw him in real life at the Mania.
Yeah.
I got a chance to talk to him, and I just, me, AC, what up, dude?
He's got to be 50, right? Like, he's in unbelievable shape.
He's over 50. I'm
The way he used to flip that chair around, too.
Oh, I know.
So cool. The way he bounced, too. With
Yep.
his
Iowa
fucking-
grad.
He's 50 years old. Looks like he's 26.
For real.
It's for AC Slater.
Hell yeah.
Love you, AC.
This is for the Bayside Tigers.
Yep.
Dude. Oh, no, I missed for fucking AC Slater. All right, let's get out of here.
no.
It's been a good day. It's been a fun day.
It has.
We've done a lot today. Too much, maybe, someone said.
Boom.
Right on line.
They're short, though, like a little baby.
It's like,
Turn on that.
Nedick. Couldn't beat Nedick either.
Don't bring that up.
Says that every single time we talk about Slater.
Remember they had a wrestling
Yes,
match?
I do.
It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I do.
The room they wrestled in was smaller than my little attic here. And they put a little mat and they put 30
Yeah, but that was the
people in
wrestling room.
Yeah, I'm convinced AJ watches that episode 4 times a week.
If it came on, I'm watching. I promise you that. Ooh, good throw.
Thank
Good
you.
throw.
Thank you. I was air dicking there a little bit. Shout out Ricky Sting. I watched the end of that movie.
What'd you think?
I did not
What'd you
expect
think?
the ending.
With the
whole thing.
Yeah.
I did not expect it. That was quite a little.
What happened at the end?
You gotta watch it.
I was gonna say now I gotta see it.
I did. I watched it. I don't know. Okay. I got to think for real. I don't know the old. They took you by surprise at the end?
I didn't expect it to go the way that it went. They really found a way. They found a way to get there.
They did.
At the end. You know, it was good. That was a good movie.
Cena was good.
He was.
Per usual.
Zac Efron looks like AC Slater kind of.
He does a bit.
Yeah.
Got a little.
He's jacked. He's jacked coming off that wrestling movie.
He is.
The Iron
Claw. Brothers. Yep.
This guy sucks.
That looked like it went in.
Yeah, it looked like it went in from the TV.
It didn't. It didn't. This guy sucks.
Very honorable.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd fart on TV and said that it.
Man, what is the deal with that?
His butthole?
Yeah, just
I
let
think
it
because
go.
he has a weird diet.
Yeah, that's just Dan. That's a.
It was so loud.
It's a normal match.
Looks like my high school.
That's high school wrestling.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I've been to a couple.
That dude is at least
Where is
30,
That was the
37 years old.
That was the
right?
NCAA's basically we just watched.
Look at Zach, though, front row for his friend.
Yeah.
Look at the heavy bag in the back.
That's where the AC was training on. That was what AC was training on.
Yeah, posture.
Is that Screech on the mat?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he was trying to break it up.
Sniffing the mat.
He had his elbow pads on, though.
Yeah, it's the first sign.
Man, what's Nedick up to?
That's a great question.
Probably like your brother-in-law or something.
Is Nedick from Columbus, Ohio?
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine if you like ran into a guy? He's like, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but I'm Nedick from." I would be so pumped.
It's your dream. Yeah.
You're about the right guy. I'm a FaceTime AJ right now. Imagine if we met him.
Oh.
We got a FaceTime. You're a biggest fan, actually. Speaking of thinking that you meet somebody, I was on a trip one time, and I swore that the man that was standing in the room that I was in was the jackass guy from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
So after a couple pops, I walked over and I told him that I knew it was him, and I appreciated that he was trying to stay low key, and I appreciate everything he had done for cinema. And I was promptly told to get the fuck out of my face. That is not who I am.
Oh.
I was bummed out. A couple drinks later, I'd go back. I know it's you. And the way you acted is how jackass guy would have acted. I harassed this man probably 6 hours straight at this event. Never gave it up that it was him. Now we'll never know. Rest in peace to jackass guy who died.
R.I.P.
Yes.
What are you laughing about?
Hi.
We at least said the guy's name. I get it. It is.
It's an old
He
movie,
is.
not everybody
He
has
is.
seen the
Joe
movie.
Flaherty.
He is nothing but jackass guy. But I mean, he's dead. What's his name?
Joe.
Flaherty.
Flaherty.
Pete Flaherty.
Joe.
You son of a bitch.
Joe Flaherty.
He's a Pittsburgh guy, dude. I didn't know that. If I would have known that even more, obviously I would have walked right up to him. I said, how about Yins with the jackass? I would have done the whole thing. I think that's where it kind of, but he is dead. Rest in peace to him. Classic Yinzer, dude.
Yep.
He did good, Joe. Did good. I thought I saw him 6 hours straight. I mean, the drunker I got, the more certain.
Yeah, the more thought he was laying low, like he didn't want to be recognized by anybody. People were
Can he
mobbing.
just not go in public? Like, is he that big? He can't go in public.
Yes.
So he's
Joe
kinda
Flaherty? I was sitting at a table.
Real quiet. Hey, I appreciate you staying low key, bud.
I was sitting at a table like this, just having a couple drinks, looking around.
I'm not going to blow your cover, bud.
I know that guy. I know that guy over there.
Oh, man.
Somebody's talking. Obviously, I have the. All right, yeah. Look over. Boom, jackass guy. I get up. I move. Chair. Middle of speech.
I wish I was there.
I know.
I know you. I know you. I've seen your
Fuck
face.
out of my face. I never be able to do that now.
Yep.
Fuck. What a character.
Was it him?
Oh, yeah.
It was probably him,
Perfect.
though. It was definitely him.
I mean, he's a Pittsburgh guy. That's how he would act if he wanted to lay low.
Yeah, come on, guys.
There
I
you
can't even go in public. It's like Taylor Swift when I walk outside.
Now that I'm looking at him.
He might have
Thinner at this stage? Is there?
Oh, no. What the guy look like that you talked to?
That was not the guy that I talked to. Might have been a different stage. I might have been wrong. Might not have been him. Sue me.
We'll never know.
Look at you. Yeah,
I called that guy jackass.
Yeah. Jackass. Hey. Jackass.
So I thought I was hilarious too. Classic drunk. Couldn't even imagine his side of it. Yeah, this fucking drunk doofus was calling me a jackass.
Jackass all night.
Fucking ridiculous.
We had jackass 1,000 times.
He was sitting at a powerful table too. We fucking couldn't do anything. I mean, what do you want from me? Oh man, worship Joe growing up.
Oh wow.
Always
That
had me
big
and my brother
IMDb.
laughing. Count Floyd, Guy Caballero, any move he made, he crushed his border guard in stripes. Couldn't be more fun to have him heckle me on the golf course. Nice guy you could know. Genius of a comedian, true sweetheart, perfect combo. Much love to his kids, and thanks to Joe for all great.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Love you, Joe.
Yinzer, Joe.
Man.
Oh, I didn't know he was in this.
John Candy in there.
That's John Candy.
John Candy.
Looks like
Who- Who's the one with
does
the
look like Farva next to him.
with the hair? The
I believe that's Martin
Mello?
Short.
Yeah, that is. Martin Short.
is that like the one movie?
Alfalfa.
Alfalfa.
Alfalfa? Is that what it is?
No, they put
Someone
Cum.
Mary?
Yeah.
Pee Wee
Oh.
Herman.
Oh, yeah.
They
Ben
put
Stiller.
semen in his hair?
Ben Stiller.
That was in that movie.
Something about Mary.
There's Joe.
With Cameron Diaz.
That's what
Oh.
the movie. I didn't.
Oh,
do it.
in the
I didn't
movie. I
do
thought you
it.
meant in real life. I thought you said real life to get it to stay.
You say jail?
Oh,
man.
that one felt good.
Yeah, that one looked good.
That one felt really good. Let's get out of here. This show sucks. It's for Dan Orlovsky farting on the program. All right.
Yep.
See you guys.
Did it.
You did.
We'll be back tomorrow with another,
Happened.
whatever this was. Should be even worse tomorrow. I couldn't even fathom how bad tomorrow's was.
What are you talking about? Mania Wednesday.
Yeah,
guest-
NIT, Sammy's tonight.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. Rob Wave.
Yeah, guest list tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I forgot who's coming on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, stacked.
Stack show.
I mean, coach for UConn.
Coach Dan Hurley's on
Yeah,
the show.
Coach Dan
Holy shit. Tomorrow's a big day.
Yeah.
All right. We did it.
Go.
I'm proud of us. All right, Mania Wednesday tomorrow. Let's we will try our best to make sure our guests don't disrespect everybody who's listening and watching with flatulence out of nowhere. That's what we're gonna. That's on us. That's our homework. Your guys' homework is just look around and be thankful for everything that's happening. We're lucky to be alive. Let's never forget that. Okay. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Team on three. You think Dan's doing this right now while watching this?
Yeah.
That's his problem. He's not putting his.
Maybe with his butt now. Maybe he'll do it with his asshole.
He's farting when we say team.
Dan's in there. He's a team guy.
Yeah, especially when his buttholes. Let's see if he'll put his hand in. All right, Laura Rutledge is coming.
She voted.
I don't like that she quote tweeted that fucking account. But,
Yeah, what is that?
Oh.
I mean, you just rip the video and
Yeah.
oh, it's my video now. People create this shit, take a lot of time to do it, build studios. I'll just rip it and post it. Even there's a post video thing and make an entire fucking business out of it. And somehow it's just become okay. I have no idea how that's even allowed.
Maybe write a couple articles about it too. Try to character assassinate them, 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah, and then we'll just run up the numbers on there, and then we'll somehow sell ads off that of fucking other people's works. We're a leech
at every stage of this thing.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Orlovsky wouldn't put his hand in, just like we thought. He definitely farted. Team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.